revenue, your friend say charges, and then this e levy. So at the end of the day, we are providing them with options that they will be able to explore, which your friend say, and this become more than they are more expected from the e levy near home. That is the reason why we feel that this budget is too Sakawaisious.
Today.
Sakawaisious. Sakawana woman as for.
I see. Sakawa budget in him how?
And American, okay? So we share 2019 Auditor General's report. We going to say in Ghana we lose almost about 12 point something billion Ghana cedi. And this levy is supposed to bring us 6 point something billion Ghana cedi. Now, who make sure say all those ghost names near Diana and what Auditor General support every time we give money to people who do nothing, who do not even deserve it. Like monies we don't even know where they go. If we are able to be vigilant and deal with that, it will bring us 12 plus billion Ghana cedi. The number, why would you need the 6 plus billion now from 11? These are certain things that was a buying or what's not. Now what you wage you Dan say over catch say yes I make it come more. For what? Moreover, every year we move with the budget. They give us a lot of promises in their budget. At the end of the day, we don't see anything in this country. We are not they don't do anything for the country. So we believe, sir, if this is the case, if they need money, they should be able to raise the money without coming to ask for it or adding anything to what we are already giving them. No. This is what we are talking about.
I see. Well, Friday demonstration near bit media ba edebeba bia botaya mo pe no se bia mo sabeka yebeda ase ni eje mu ase John John Kumsi, a national spokesperson my Economic Fighters League. So senior Messi Achechi mun fiade ya ebe one more year ya che was Ghana Police Service for happiness. So eventually said wo metimi akọ so no ma yesa wo ya chire minim e bia wo de ho baji mu a wo mo se budgeti wo mo de wo nyintum too Sakawaisious word no no pe na bia oni bebi onya fi a wacheche mu anope e my need 100 points na Ghana montie dwumedi so eno aso go na bina ida so gusu edi nkomo ehwe ne ekoso o man Ghana mu.
I want to say that we have seen huge arrest accumulation. Unfortunately, what is in the budget alone talks about the fact that they are going to pay only 1.9 billion Ghana cedis in tax in arrest. We are aware that government owes arrest of about 30 billion Ghana cedis. 30 billion Ghana cedis. Yet they had only apportioned 1.9 billion Ghana cedis in the budget for the purposes of arrest payments. We have also seen that there was a huge wastage in public resources. The office of the president alone, the office of government machinery, we have seen an amount allocated to the office of the president representing 3 billion Ghana cedis as expenditure to be spent at the office of the president. Let us serve this warning that we in the minority insist that going forward we will demand breakdown of this expenditure. We are also serving notice that until the minister responsible for national security appears before us to answer the question relating to the president's travel with private jet, the office of the president's budget will not be approved by us.
Damkuma enra nsemo amodi atudwa ye case la to force na so kan receive dwani former deputy finance minister na o ma sem nyina ne se aban na koma obosiki a wo gi afie no che se the presidency honum say no sika ekono afie no omuhu niam asuye titu mpo no national security minister sika omampani otu kwan jet aye high ne ka onyina sa nchichim no wo ma no ma be chichim no man ti ase yie pa de a anye ba no se bia wo musika wo bedie no this year wo mo mpene so ebe yedwi pa no wo mo de sa asemi e de tu dwa ye hwese bia nya dom kuma no mpenifo bia ye ne o bedi sa asemi ho enkomo.
I want to say that we have seen huge arrest accumulation. Unfortunately, what is in the budget alone talks about the fact that they are going to pay only 1.9 billion Ghana cedis in tax in arrest. We are aware that government owes arrest of about 30 billion Ghana cedis. 30 billion Ghana cedis. Yet they had only apportioned 1.9 billion Ghana cedis in the budget for the purposes of arrest payments. We have also seen that there was a huge wastage in public resources. The office of the president alone, the office of government machinery, we have seen an amount allocated to the office of the president representing 3 billion Ghana cedis as expenditure to be spent at the office of the president. Let us serve this warning that we in the minority insist that going forward we will demand breakdown of this expenditure. We are also serving notice that until the minister responsible for national security appears before us to answer the question relating to the president's travel with private jet, the office of the president's budget will not be approved by us.
Ghana Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the Roko Fiaman Woman so ejiji tonton sansan will need 100.9 FM.
So, your boy with a budget in Minia, and someone will make sanity and pay. But yes, I'm cost with the Bankrata on the end to us who need 100.9 Ghana Muntie Jumedi so and was so going to we streaming live on Facebook. I'll bet me tea and share and once about share Neat FM 100.9 and on YouTube as well. Despite media now with Neat FM, our horror scene and a pay bridge media Kosokabra. Room where you heard the Bankrata and some city.
Now at the Bankrata Damanimi, I tell you statement. What the Bankrata 2009 what I say, Bandatin was some back one woman say. One man no Bambesi office. Yeah, 275 offices. At the Amambra Sebedafua, a woman constituency be anti and also now a budget in the moon. Anti a Bambesi office, yeah, a yafu frosem. Yeah, Bibia bewum. Yeah, a sewer dear, and Rasabedanin office near, and Rasabedanin office near, Nina so a cabada to no one. Yeah, Babesi. Ediama emra sebedafo no eno krampo omu rasa asika ya dibesem aya 45.5 million Ghana cedis ene ya dibesi adan ade ama emra sebedafo mu office our constituency bia eno wasam awa ha Dr. Mohammed Bawumia His Excellency Alhaji wada hanum say ya we se fugu no sopa and was an space over no. What as we best state institutions, no. Say, woman creative jobs, moon creative jobs. Woman now one more idle, and famon san some of them in them. Moon creative jobs, moon creative jobs. And my mabuni yabi, and to start institutions, no. Bonsuma too many. Chief Justice Adaha, now well one son rig, no. Was a suit to come, and what bought tie, send a space, and what arsenal. And wadaha, and was a justice delay, justice deny. For Basra, there be a court to a judge if one in answer. Wamurasu will be our baba will be a benya tantine, Nanny Pakura Nakuma 20 yem. Now, our Conan when ya tantine ya, now will Sungu a judge of one or so. A radin sweat here one moon pie bar, who judge in Ukradia Baba or Swano, and Yasam Ketua. Now tell you that's party anymore. What the accountant retired for 30 kata. In funny about one, Messiah, what the mobile phone, Atalan Asonwa, wire call. Now, I know the 3 minutes about the sending in our Tuntumba Kukreni. Then I fitter. What then was some waba, a brow, yes, so Denny, ne tumedie mu Abdul Baby Kra Professor Donovan Thomas ekata nsama no resign ne nyina wa ha wasan de no ho asama sa badan ha sei wone kane mampani JJ Rollins the late womu na gira he at that time de na Papa J ese asojafo tabi no ansa ade bi wanim no en was space kase pa space kase Papa J na de bai etisa gogredie ni bi en was jana body set se mrantie ne yedi bi dan time wo Papa J da hawo ye sojeni ena Captain Kojoti Kata retire wotira ne nten that time de na ne tiri tuntum wo mu wode ne ho asam de aba wasa de papa no ho asam wa de aba ne profile baby a wo frɛ baby a ye wo no ene asam a wo kan ya se wampe wo wuatira bodina keka na ebeka se ena Kojoti Kata wu ye bo ka se ye na ye se wampe nsese ne mu bia eyiye kakra bi womunya no private body a yankwankwape no krabe wono ankaso wotiase yakra wo kan nsam dada enti de bokrata yi de asam a ewa ha pa no Captain Kojoti Kata eno nko a ena ati de bokrata no aboso na the new crusading guide enim ha wade Dr. Mamadou Bawumia emfoni ababetua en water say yam protecting state resources na humbran faso mfamu oman no enti hasa modern state agencies anwe ade bia ya oman ne dia said omu kaso abadwuma de yati na se yamfa nsoa ankrankra de ha ne ye ne yie enti wosre yammo abandwuma ho ban abanja pade nso yamma ho ban parent no wamu buafuo wamu tasa Adanta Holy Rosary Catholic School charges bi omu charge student no abata ne tire ho a wamu ntiase na nkwade wamu wa university kurampa ankasikase no wamu betua wode ho asam de aba watasa kwans chief executive officer and watakre government watasa etuo pa wasumudi agu adwumayefo so no anya ade a wamu betumi kura 2022 budget no once chief executive officer watasa tuo no doso enti wasra ban na dawruma etuba na woba begu no osu en wamu nso arejete announcement bi ebetoja ewo ni note owuo osumante ne ho asem ho no womu teso womu nso womu ntiase Asiatic Research Center womabie ewo nkran hanum sayi a ya tra suru 21st clinic en wode penny power that 21st clinic ya no infoni abato hanum sayi a wa shut up and down kama wokura mic ya wo kasa ewo mu na the bokata your friend said the find anim ha wode aba en what as a Bank of Ghana woma hike prime rate ya 14.5%. Term inflation womsa upside afa senior high school computer school selection no starting November 29th and Ghana Educating Service can tell parent about time for a teacher for headmasters in say MONTIE ni ye a computer school selection placement yo and start baby and kwadana womo BC womo pasu womo kwatu womo secondary school so no enti de obi atusu obi ano wanya careful technology innovation park womo ba besi no foforo kra ya babu ama digitalization agenda Dr. Mamadou Bawumia de aba no ebetumi etina ne naso enti afa kra ne ya ba besie ya ba betes kapa ne de sisa dan no na yesi wi a obi a obeba behu bi obehu se this is technology innovation park ya ebi fete digitalization agenda the vice president Eddie Abaninti Munte ya baba ye UGI why director of communication our presidency and war support way to break way mo library any ICT lab no what the niama anyakuma ade akwa akoma wonum so wamunye na wamfa nkura womu ho anya se bia ne bone so ne papa mu a se de be ya womu adesua ebetumi etumpon 21st clinic and woman inaugurate a Ghana First Sciatica Research Center woman sini kama and ya trust sciatica research ewo ho penino ada hanum say ya wɔhyɛ ataadeɛ kama a wɔhyɛ space a wɔkura mic a wɔnsan kasa ɛwɔ mu. Na National Forum ɛde aba ɛna wɔkyɛ sɛ JL Properties ɛna LDA 1,000 houses bought a year 10,000 next after losing USD 1 million US dollars ya. Wɔde ho asɛm ɛde aba minority for ɛna ɛka sɛ ɛnti wɔde ononyamfoɔ ha na adrusu ne mfani abɛtoa yɛso yɛ minority leader yɛatrɛ wɔ n'ase kama wɔhyɛ suit kama no wɔabɔ ne tie red ɛna wɔhyɛ adidasefoɔ nose mask ne bi ɛyɛ white ɛna wɔka sɛ wɔsi e-levy parliament wɔ ɛbɛyere basaa Dr. Tio Atampon ɛna wɔn nso kasa fa e-levy ne ho sɛ 1.75% deɛ ɛso dodo nti aban ɛnsa na wɔnyɛ ho biribi adanko want to know ɛno nso ɛwɔ Democrat the National Forum wanim the business analyst ɛnso wɔde aba ɛna wɔte sɛ ADB akɔ donate 100,000 Ghana cedis ɛde ama Gaka sɛ ma football no wɔn mu ntimfa nsɛm kene petrobuo ɛbɛsa akɔsoro bie wɔ anaa ai wɔn mu tɛ sɛ ɛbɛsa hit 7 ansana December akɔnawie yɛ Institute of Energy Security ɛna wɔn mu di asɛm yi ato da wɔn mu tɛ sɛ petrobuo beebi egyina 6.9 no wɔpa mu ntumu ne bɛtene nyɛ pɛ ɛbɛ hit 7 ansana yɛbɛkɔ ayakɔ Bank of Ghana attention monetary policy 100 basis point benchmark ya interest rate hike and also ɛwɔ ha afei wɔn mu akyerɛkyerɛ mu kakra ɛde abɛgu de Democrat yɛnim local forest market wokɔ akɔsi sɛ sika ɛte sɛ wɔn mu tɛ sɛ dollar no deɛ ayiri sɛ yaa tare wonya bi kura no wasesa ɛna obi bɛsesa bi nso ama wo a no wɔhyɛ de taboɔ na akɔsoro sɛ wo na ehia ho enti wo wobɛsesa no by force enti dollar no sɛdeɛ no boɔ kura baabi agyina a yɛka sɛ dollar boɔ yɛ se no wɔtɛ sɛ ɛpagya kɔ deɛ kyɛn saa nipa korɔ no wɔn na ɛtɔn n'adeɛ deɛ wɔpɛ no wɔde bɛgyeɛ wɔmpa atɔ wɔmpɛ nso a no wagya wɔn ti dollar no deɛ wɔtɛ sɛ gyanea ne gyane ɛkɔ soro the insight the Democrat ade Hassan Ayariga ne mfoni aba abɛto ha wɔtɛ sɛ no wɔnim si ade adoa na bɛdi adeɛ kwansa ni sire Ghana foɔ brɛ papa ɛwɔ mampani na adeda nkɔ akufo ado ɛne na bɛdi etire Dr. Mohamed Bawumia wɔn mamamu ayi a wɔn mu buoyi wɔn hu ahotire fitaa sɛ da ahotire no so na Ghana foɔ esu banda wɔtɛ sɛ DC foforɔ kora yɛgye ne tumu ɔda ne manfoɔ ase afei ewiase afa na nyinaa wɔn esu Captain Retired Kojochi Kata nti wɔde ne mfoni abɛtoa New Land Act ya ekontenie wɔn tɛ sɛ hwinim Kofi Anokye ɛna wɔde saa asɛm yi ato gya na the Democrat ne nyinaa no akɔyɛ budget mɛgye mu ɛde ama Kwasi ABOAGYE darling boy na Kwasi som na so wɔkɔba pɛ na meba abɛtɔ the Democrat anim wɔsukɔ ni atimu nsɛm yie pa Kwasi
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawuro Kofi man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo need 100.9 FM.
I want to say that we have seen huge arrest accumulation. Unfortunately, what is in the budget alone talks about the fact that they are going to pay only 1.9 billion Ghana cedis in tax in arrest. We are aware that government owes arrest of about 30 billion Ghana cedis. 30 billion Ghana cedis. Yet they had only apportioned 1.9 billion Ghana cedis in the budget for the purposes of arrest payments. We have also seen that there was a huge wastage in public resources. The office of the president alone, the office of government machinery, we have seen an amount allocated to the office of the president representing 3 billion Ghana cedis as expenditure to be spent at the office of the president. Let us serve this warning that we in the minority insist that going forward we will demand breakdown of this expenditure. We are also serving notice that until the minister responsible for national security appears before us to answer the question relating to the president's travel with private jet, the office of the president's budget will not be approved by us.
Ghana Muntie, na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Anope yebebo modiana ya pempenifo na ye domkuma wasima ya momu kan. Asema omo kan ni abomodiana ya bobo hu so omo kan about arrears just ka akima ban no esi wotua kadada bia na sika bia si wode mamanfo ebesi ne sika ne nko o si womu hwehwem no omo calculate sika ne be 30 billion Ghana cedis. Na so far no budget na by 2022 budget no omo say out of the 30 billion no aban it only 1.9 billion Ghana cedis inti aban be che adentina arrears no bebre akamusa omo kan wastage of public resources just sika ye hu be bia fa sika ye se no kekekwa enti no omo ni say sika ni bi ho no a omo hu dwumedie potia ye de ye na 3 billion Ghana cedis no ko ma office of the president ask I say no say omo be breaking it down omo be kire eni omo de ye 3 billion Ghana cedis ni omo di ebia de ye esum timi be chechim ena omo kan say omampani akwantu otu no bebre tichiu efa ye na obeti so omampani etu kwan na ya han eye wiemhyen na omampani di tu kwan saa nyama ni nyina no say national security minister wama no wama be chirechire mu dia na che say eno no enya ade a womo budget no office of government machinery womo budget no womo de womo be fo aso womo emvotu emfa ma say enchirichi mu we amba dom kuma no womo kan ni say
Ghana Montie Ghana Montie Ghana Montie Ghana Montie
Ode sampa kasia bo ko wakata munsa amaya se kasia waye
onye yimu no kretrodo kagire men kamadini bo
nitafe
mayentie kasia waje 100.9
kwesi monkwe
ya kwe nim yanto aso yembo nra ye de bonkrata no nsem ne se ne sitie na bran ye di ye nim nsem ne di abrem no. Let's get into the details. Come on.
Yo. Abusuafo Democrat daily statement na mede bay. Budget no wa konta na wobu no nkakra nkra de ba. Na de na ewo budget ni mu bie en watre de abakata fa to so nan. Watasambra sebedafo no de ba besi office ewo various constituencies no ade ama wonum. Wo be se na mra sebedani na kwati baabi kitwa bi an office. Asaso man no ankasa esi befitting office adema parliamentarians no enti wa man no initial stage yeta 45.5 million Ghana cedis ani yadi kwasi office ewa 275 constituencies ni nyina enti amamra sebedafo no watasa wei aya parliamentary service office support project ni bi en wo mu de kwa kwasi sa dan ade amamra sebedafo no na wodi anokura atentanya a chamber of parliament one monso wo mu be yansiesie kakra wo mbenya ICT facilities ewo ho na wo mu upgrade stadia be ya amra sebedani kwotena one mu a anya fe na wo krekene na top so ana abafro ataso wo kreke so straight na ekọ ICT ni gina so se gon aside that nso a debating chamber ho wo mu be say improve ho videos wo mu be say de fofra bobo ho no kra afa sounds no aya duru ba bia wonti ni ye wo mu be sesa ade sounds we mu da ho no abobo ho no nyina anti nipa no ka Mr. Speaker wo be wanta agine konu gum say ya Mr. Speaker na traba form aside that nso table office ya wo mu be so aduma data centers wo mu be so aduma wo personalization budget and fiscal analysis office enso wombeye bi wo ho na we nyina yensiesie ya womde kwa embrase bedofie ho na afei omu office no nso ya sase na asiya 2022 embrase bedani bia benya no office ewo ne constituency a 45.5 million Ghana cedis na yecha yade kwa akosi saa dan dia mu se de be ya embrase bedani bia be ya comfortable ewo baabi a wo ye adwuma no na boa emwo mutumedie akoso kama na kratafo etoso miensa ewo delegate democrat mu embrase bedafo enti wo mutumedie sorunku bi ewo ho eye budget no enwo nkomototia na ekoso na numu ena speaker of parliament ka asem bia wo mu criticize no watata asem wonu nyamfo abamba ben eka ye no na ni kwanse wo kasa asem no watase wono abamba be obetumi atuma mpani na nado afri na konya so but wono mampani no way ontumi ntu ono abamba be amfa mfiri na konya so na asem no a wo kan ye no eye post budget workshop ekoso ewo ho ewo voter region na asemu a onanyamfo yi di tu da no ama ade ehu abapa enti wa kire mpo ewo kratafa etoso 9 ne se enti na efri bra speaker baye speaker of parliament mampanini na bedi etire ntu kwa mom esante wo musa pape kasem ene ne ni eye ene se de oyeye ne niama no a te mampani tu kwan woni ya na bedi etire nso atu kwan woni ya ni akase ya swear speaker of parliament abamba be in no ababa ya president pa ase esuro kakra wo honte ene wo muntu kwa mmomuda opa wabaya speaker avansa aba ho sama mpani betu kwan na bedi etire betu kwan no wo mudu wo machibe ja abamba be oboa lalai ensida we kwa no we ya retire wakoba no we nsukọ we kwa no we ya retire wakoba no we nsukọ esanse ne nsam keka ane ne ni ye bi no ade ehu kakra eya aba empanimfo mu a wo mu be jai pa ma papa ya retire sama mpani dabi aya ade o mu be jai o mati di amano da na katafa etosu ensia en watasa angrobes kokuro bite na weja divisional police command akwakoti nipa nan na nipa nan womu kogbo wura enkofuo fie akosisesa womu niama ebo krono ajasko red top wo kokuro bite victims niama womu tiye anya niama ketwa enti womu akwoti wonu Benjamin Otu yata afreni Joe Tony Mensa yedu alias Big Joe Bismarck Asabre alias Dagbaro ena nana yaw ako tankofu ko wia niama na SCP Kwasifori en wotre maten tefo se enkofu bokro no ma eya ahumete enu nti wo munya tip off ena di etire wo makwati wonum ya wo mu di wo mu kwa kwagina mra no na mra no eni wo mu adi na the bokata ya friend say Ghanaian Times anim ha wode aba en wote say we na wo mu da posifo kokomu wo mu wa remind e wo post custody Dabala police station ena mawudie bia ekoso e wo siga kope ya wo voter region no emrantie miensen adasas wono a ye tan ye do mu kura akogina court akobo wonum kwadu Yakubu Abdullahi wo 24 years Mawuli Azuma ena senatom womu nsumi enu wo 18 years womu ya memu akura womu da sas wonom no womu atumi ase busas adwane womu tutokro ade to sas ban no ho na we wure mu pon no okọ we nsu ewure mu pon no okọ we nsu wure mu pon no okọ na posifo ye nkakra saa emu womu akoti Azuma no ewo vakon ye wo so gakope Deputy Superintendent of Police Efiatenge Voter Regional Public Police Affairs Unit and wadi asemi atuja and watas wo match baako na momienu aka ho de wo mu adwane a Womugusu ehyehyehye wonum a. The bokata the friend say Ghanaian Times yanim ha. Wade abana asem no ankasa wakatafa etosu edunso. Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Samuel Abdullah Jinapo and Wakatra Nimon Ghana Limited say wabesra womu enya say bia ye time so as quickly as possible urgently the free diam de kokanya ase kwantempo no womu yi kwan no womu nguso watu sika kokko wa hanu mu etu ekuroma ne nsa de nya musomfa so bia enti wabesra to mo adawuruma kwa titira boa no ehonu mu a ne yesa no enti wanya ni obetumi bia na sa kwantempo ne de omunyi esanse ya ade a ehi adese no pe kwan no asai wonsumutu sika kokko ya ehonu mu ana mode enam na center spread ewo Ghanaian Times wo page 16 wo de ekukudam emfoni ababatu anum say na sa dwumedie Catholic Bishop Conference Ekobi, Christian Council of Ghana Ekobi, Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission Ekobi, Traditional Religious Practitioners Ekobi, Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, Council of Christians and Charismatic Churches, Omunyina Ekobi. Na tumedi beya sensitization, ya new national security strategy, Pampeni Nana Danko Kufuado Dan Edie, and wapesu woni womunyina eche ati won mu agentre na National Security Ministry and wire side to medie adie ama within case Judicial Council Ghana Bar Association and the media we sia won mu nyina nti abraso se wakwasia e Kristosum kuwa kase ampa wora Abdul Wahad Isa ya wotire mu ema Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission wo mu nyina ekobi Reverend Father Andrew Campbell retired parish priest Emma Christ the King parish ya won kran ya no ono so ewase bi ekukudam we ba no asofutume mu wakana ha womudi mu akotini nyina akobi a wani so ade hunu ne se pampani national security strategy a womudi tu da no wani womu bete se de be ya wo beti obia input ewo mu na eba no bamba womu nyina contribution amata kama
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie.
Odisampa Kasia Kowaka Tawansa Amaya Sa Kasia Waye
Onye Yimu, Nukratrodo, Kamadine Bo,
Nita Fair,
Mayentie. ABOAGYE 100.9.
Kwesi Bonkwe.
The state is saying that if you're sending up to 100 CDs a day, cumulatively, you can send up to 3,000 a month. That is all going to be tax-free. Now, if you have more than 100 CDs to send a day, then you're not poor.
Really?
Yes. So if you really are poor and you are in a position to send 100 CDs a day, then we need to reclassify our definition of who the real beneficiaries of this are. And it is only the sender who pays, not the recipient. And that we need to be very clear in our minds about. Unlike the telcos, where both the sender and the receiver pays. Government is saying this is our way of roping in the informal sector into the tax bracket.
So, Slausu Ekufo, Minister of Communications and Digitalization, I'll tell you what this answer we need to Jana. Watch it about yes, Momo Sikeba Daso, and electronic transaction levy, and I know Chechimu, and we will be as me SN in a day 100 Ghana cities near Chedia, not as a Nadia. Sam Fasuya by 1.75% now be affected in a cacao. I know Chechimu, but the Inferno NC has seen and Queen now. Back when so about to just say Ekobia, from United Krobo Foundation. enra yenya ne ntiasem se woye che bi course so menya ne important one say so Nathan Boyo a media relation officer ma United Krobo Foundation Nathan yeda asem akwa baba ni TFM so anpe
ya jimusu
so yenya ne for Josie yenya ne ntiase enra ekoi mukoi a mo friend no United Krobo Foundation mo ye oye kire bi ewo ye nsem bi antemo de di entina teacher entina mo ye sa oye kire
and enti ayeye o se ni se ECG I work with them almost over billion and on top of that almost accumulated bill no their brain and I say yen timin tua and I yen tua and almost the yen a lot of engagement and I catch one say yen timin tua and they should scrap all the bills that they accumulated and the over billion and I want to about focus say na ya much wrong paper so Eddie Abraham wa ha. Maybe 2019, PDS war home. PDS, what I know is they say they bought ECG. And ECG catcher won't say. So the deal that maybe I think it came between them is Omba Timiadan and Omba, the police need to have a bob with several injuries. Until now, almost a committee, Biasa Omushi say. Oma omo prapra na near omo ewi no omo enya compensation bi ana bibi e dia ma wo up to now e wo ho e na ECG dit wo but mean as I say you'll be playing football and whistling yourself I don't know my ECG those who cause the havoc it's a omo akasa omo ko investigation you see what we don't understand on top of that no yen wi asem no e na wo ba say omo the prepaid meter e dia brey wo ha na esi what. The Omutere say we fall under category 7. And I don't know the time Yilo and the Manya Krobo has fallen under that category 7. That means that they should give us prepaid meter while we are still not to resolve the matter between us.
Category 7 here then. Category 7 here then.
Now I'm on VRA, yes.
Category 7 no then.
They say we are under category 7. That means that they should give us prepaid meter. And all what they are doing is to grab the nonsense bill that they brought to us into the prepaid so that when we buy the prepaid chip or whatever, we put inside tomorrow or just 30 minutes, it will finish in a way, in a bit of, having their so-called money that they have with us. You understand it?
But also they almost scrap nonsense bill.
Yes, they should scrap because, look, listen, they should scrap the bills because we don't owe it. One day I was with the engineer, he's called Otre at Sobanya, and I asked him whether they calibrated the meters before they brought to us. NLC, of course, some of the meters are faulty. And if some of the meters are faulty, it means they read 40 meters to give us that huge bills, and more of it has been accumulated. That is why I tell it nonsense. Okay, excuse my word.
I see. So, areas bena yeka hwan say me say maybe I follow under sa Krobo area bench no.
From Somanya to Pom. Somanya, Odumase, Agomanya, all over to Pom. So what we are saying is, after all, 2 dams have been built on Krobo soil, and there's no compensation, there's no royalty, whatever, that comes to them over there. And we say, because Energy Ministry is regulating VRA, so now we are saying, if it's so, VRA should give us what light. And we will be even comfortable if VRA gives us light and access to use the prepaid.
Adam Pennyfosi Dam no, Shisham Catchem no say, Moamoti Sam Potem Honum no, because my sassine bia, dam no, AC Shunti, and Yadiam with your light bill and a son of kind.
Yeah, and since can be better, I know as much as the BT said dam, very important project. It will supply light to the whole Ghana. People have sacrificed their interests. They moved them from where they are to another place. They didn't say anything. And on top, they will not give them any royalty or any compensation. And they all suffered the stress and died. And their children are there now who are supposed. Now, if they say there's no any agreement on the building of the Akosomo Dam, the youth are saying, let's come into a new agreement with VRA so that we must have some royalty at least. Why if one of the turbines I work on the I could break it here. it will take lives from down here all to Dodo.
Now, Senator, no people can say where they say come for. What does that one got to do with say you see more electricity bill muntia no one asem near can so me yes say compensation in Patasika and compensation and you come for ana
it is one thing it's the same thing in the same box. But let's talk about the UCG and the Krobos. Yes, see, prepaid meters. No, we will not take. We don't like them to bring any prepaid meters to us here
because
we know it's a national exercise.
Based on what?
The understanding we are having now from them is we fall under Category 7, and we don't know when we fall under the Category 7 before this impasse is between us. I say,
Ghana for baby, yes, some meter from postpaid to prepaid. Enti mo dia ntina mo so mo ya Ghana for be pese me nyanti ase ni adenti na mo de me yan some meter to prepaid. Adenti na ma ECG for then because mo special people saying
we are not so special. Enti an say me pacho timaso. Yeah, can overbilling ne accumulated bill once and said they be solving the problem. And within the problem, you are saying that you are bringing us a prepaid meter. We know it's a national exercise. Let's finish with the impasse between us. The bill, no, there. Either you scrap it, we give them the options. If that is the thing, not talking about the prepaid meters, they should give us 10 years to repay the bills that they brought to us that we are saying we don't understand. We did this way, Kumasi and service because they know
why? So who can about overbilling in your kaka home? So any idea no who said sa prepaid in so be buana aso overbilling because a prepaid dia okotona san na ko obi amfa bi obi amfa mbre on meka cho say ene obili there be me yusu say ebia me yusu fan ba akopɛ any light ba akopɛ bill ya odi abre mi edoso dodo sound the prepaid in the bar san ya me be so ano me boa
and I me see e be so ano pa na kan ye because who you so and ready but you see they are tricking us to put the old compiled bills and the wrong bills into it so that when you buy the chip or whatever, the prepaid thing you put in, say, 10 cities, we can realize, let's say, this scanner, yendi na almost yendi no. That's the understanding from us. And you see, yanka we and sana because they have set a committee, Kofi Affair Committee, to look into this thing, and they have not brought us any committee report.
Okay.
Energy Minister, former Energy Minister, Kofi Amewu, and also, you see, 1 year investigation, no? Now on fire reporting, that is you see, they treat us inhumane.
Now, who can about say, Monin Penny for more country, say, Sai can cry more dino. Say, Moody, and common man bay and Phoebe do Namon fan club.
That is the one of the options we gave them.
Okay. And I don't know, same pain for you tomorrow. Okay.
But then to scrap the bill so that we start from where we start because you said.
But which is which? You want them to scrap almost scrap a bill now? Now, mama 10 years. Now, which is which? Almost scrap and now, mama 10 years. Now,
because yes, and then one of the options is they have forgotten. But we are saying from the beginning that because it is their fault, they should scrap it. And you know one interesting thing: the engineer who supervised this thing to cause this blunder has not been interdicted. He has not been, suspended or sacked. He is with them just now. So to me, this thing maybe it's a deliberate act to use what the money that they say we owe them to line their pocket. And the mistake, and not mistake we bring our school.
Sir, and Patem Honumina, the Krobo area from Pont to Agomenya, Somenya, Dumase, any star Honumina. Bills na ye can one no baby bills no be saying a range from what figure to what figure?
Oh, I don't have the figures now, but if you want to have it, I'll tell you. Even some people could have maybe 1 million. Omako 300 million. We have the records. We have search of those bills with them. Because now I'm saying they are sorry. This. You understand? Now, comes to her, he found a way about that. This is a crop. And I two dams that see her now. We are not talking about that now. So, we are, I mean, the minimum call school, I would be obedient. I home the home call school now, now, the Katay anymore. It's something that we even don't know. Do you know that up to now, money has been coming from World Bank to cater for the 6 communities that they built for us because of the Akuse Dam. And now, Obaku for LGD. You know the person. Some big minded in. I mean, we are, and we are suffering about it. Look, come and look at the asbestos that they use in doing this thing. Oh,
I see. Yeah, can say more light. Yeah, can say more light. Oh,
yeah, light.
And more enjoy light. Free, mutia.
What? I don't think I enjoy. If they like, they should put it off.
Mutia, Anna Mutia.
The light we are using now. Oh, can they put it off?
Maybe I said Mutia Bill and Mutia Bill.
We say, come, let us sit down, resolve the thing. If we will pay, give us time to pay. And they promise that they have given us a flexible terms of payment. They will not put the light off again. And if you say we are, I say, who free sir? Ewo biche na insana ko do jafi. Na who free man? Who nya bodamfo? We say they should come to the table. Let us scrap this thing or give us some time, some 10 years for us to pay. Then we haven't finished saying that. Then you say you are coming to give us prepaid meter.
And presently, mutual light bill won't.
They see how we are in the impasse. We haven't finished.
For how long ni and mu use light na mutual bills no?
Oh,
Ebusumi be say ni.
I also.
So like 1 year, 12 months.
I also mean to say
Hey, enti mu sacrobo area hono mu use light na mutual light bill no, mutual light bill kra for so many months ni. Ati mo say mu use electricity na muntua say na timamo.
They didn't calibrate the meters and they brought and they were reading wrong bills for us to be paying over all these years. We didn't know. It is so over all these years they have been cheating us and putting it into the pocket. I'm not envying their car or their money. But example na me now. What I say?
Yeah, but me busan say
their money. But example na me now.
Yeah. And musu use light no be so many months and a years kra muntua no. Say na timamo eyamo de.
Listen. Na say woman see so long years nim. Even yet say over 20 years kra nim. They haven't calibrated the meters and the meters are faulty according to the ECG manager himself. I talk to you now. Now, Omdi so much for 20 years now, for 3 years, Pena Yaya and Tia light bill, and I then.
So Nathan, by a few minutes, and who Nathan, Untia light bill.
So they have been bringing the bill. Sometimes they don't bring it at all. You come to this place and investigate what I'm telling you. Come to the place.
No, so besides Nathan, yes. When was the last time I Untia light bill?
Me.
Yeah, as a convener of Krobo,
after cheating me over 30 years, I mean, I'm near Beshinu, near the BSC, I know that I met you like Bilama. Me say, woman, yen snarse. Now, confusing Abana, every woman. And that's me, Casako. Yeah, because see a woman, what tema. And a woman, Omakasa can say, as a my can you know, it doesn't for Ankasa, some investigation. Okobisa, now, say, woman can say, no, ye can know Yanukana, woman, no mistake. So who should call his friends to come so that we sit at the common table and then discuss this for a peace to come. Young can we almost on the prepaid meter and I say, who are there with them? I know you are a journalist and you stand neutral in this. Hello?
Yeah, me Nathan, me see the last time the last time I went to a library time. Aye.
Woman for light being grand brem, woman the ballad with a brem to say I check.
Oh, okay.
They don't even bring the light. But Mrs. Suma, I know you are a journalist and you are neutral in these things. But Niamika tell you say hello.
Yeah, meet you, pa.
They are Krobiswa, a him for a common sense. omudi echi aka sadi ya da but so omu win say ya hanfo
yana wendi ukro mu hene atempacho
o betinya didi na atem ya nyo ya didi na atem ti ya kase papa
Nathan
ti ya kase hwenim
Nathan
papa
man yes sir asem na kan pacho twisa pacho bibiri why man yes sir
I believe we are not on air. Hello.
Nathan, there now you have been called on Neat FM. You didn't come up with some say you believe you are not on air. You know, pass or air. So why are you asking me that question?
Okay. Because I'm on say I'm kaya hontino. Woman stro che. Aga krobi so aka hemfo no ka wo ho.
Well, see here after a demonstration, my demonstration. What next? JMBU.
Oh, yeah, my 21 days. So, I'm from my papa and brain say, "Via be my light." Even say, "Via prince of my light." Now, a friend say, almost a year prepaid no crap. I better.
I don't much lighting.
Oh, daddy.
Because we can say, via my mama lighter.
Oh, Missy. We see this is one of the things we are demanding that VRS to give us life, and we don't want to work with ECG again.
Basani and she said, via reform light to
they give life to some of the resettled communities in the north. They give life. You have to give direct life to some communities you don't know.
Okay. Inti musumo pesa we need be prepared.
Yes, because they put 2 dams on our soil without any royalty or any compensation, without any agreement. So we want to enter into a new agreement with VRA. That is on another side.
And only idea more pesisia.
That is what we want now.
Okay. Until ECG for the money to quanta mapai.
Ya pai, yen to quanta ya pai. Miss Woman, this is Yamana free. Except government intervene in this thing, and the
now, is it true, sir? ECG funds okay. A car mudini na no mu twem na omama mo prepaid ana sanity. Omakasa.
They haven't even told us that. Oman can't sign train. So Oman can't sign train. And when I say, I'm sorry, I was here fall within category 7. And as I say, my prepaid meter. And your name da young put them fall under that category 7 now. Mukano. But I know I'm saying I'm category 7 as a move. I say I'm by bringing some documents say we fall under category 7. And then I say, I'm person prepaid meter, but no more grafted that old bill into it. I bet you are because almost is kind of me the amount.
Na no cross idea mo de ya amanyosem amoka se MPP aban no ebomodin kasa asemi na se bia esia.
No, this is non-political, non-partisan, nothing. Even leader na kasa kura MPP ni. So this is 10,000 people hit the street. We converge at Bong, and it is NDC, MPP, all the parties mixture because all of them here use the light.
Modi krate bi koma mampeni, ma petition mampeni.
Yeah, there's a letter that is going to the energy minister that regulates. Letters have gone to the parliament, and I'm sure the president is aware. But because maybe you say I should not be tribal bigotry.
And send you unim say no dear.
Yes, because we are promoted. Okay.
Ethan, over hard you.
But I never brain I ever how, and now I name say about 20,000 people who hit the street. We are targeting only 10,000. And it was a peaceful, one of the peaceful demonstrations so far ever in this country. Police Nankasa country.
So, Mitio Kasima, I say, money, my him for no so more problems. Well,
any problem. Oh, Henny Nankasa, Paramative Nakasa, no what problem because your friend is saying, no, on him say, or the Hundima, baby Behano. The Biana or Kojibi or being Samu, Yana, say, Yana, ECG for corner in time. I mean, and says so, we have the divisional chiefs in Yala to Omo and Ramqua, demonstration now, divisional chiefs to man, time and so on Betty, and now my say, on Catray say, Ayadi, and maybe they are now dancing to us. Okay. But the paramount chief, no, one fan and to cry. Hello.
Yeah, me wa hanum say paramount chief needing say.
The one fan anon tum kura. We dey power anon tum keke na yan kasa we asem na nyede. Na yan sign na yan twa asem we mu. For anon tum keke. crampo na ewie no yam ekoka say oh ya asem mu na enye de na use the phone asem na ye de crampo onye sa de no baako crampo na eye and then without them we are doing it amebua enyina ye be hu ano
and now say my primary chief your friend say
the problem
Nana Takite
okay,
all right. I better see Nathan Echi the BB na chi adwem
I'm not tribal because me am meeting akram ya de ni me yakrobone. I'm not all that tribal, but city has to say no. Na sika e tofu suruba means sabi. Hello.
Meet you.
Sabi sabi. Sabi sabi. Enti e pa me hu. Enti na me de me hu di mu no.
Okay, all right. Me fancy you say chi be di nkomo. Why?
You.
Nathan Boyo convener media relations officer ma ye come from United Krobo Foundation and I pay 1 year din komo and demonstration won we Krobo area how no say and home komo kakra na no pay ye dey abram need 100 points na Ghana montie sunie
atankonwa prenu fo na kwasi aboagye darling boy ensem hudu omo agintadua eyi ekugu ewiem a yenya nusa Ghana montie efi NIT FM so
no cry I was shape house in crying out and kind pay kwasi aboagye ni come na Africa me ho can kind de bon krata no de my make out say lufat malaria edru and o maso ase oti and kan lufat malaria edru we ebusua ubanya malaria sanso na wan supeni no wenya malaria bomodi ama sankan lufat malaria edru bi bedi wejire mo betu malaria na se enne motumi asori gina now so etimi aye ni apese oye bia ye to aso yakwe anim de bon krata no kobna de na da wani mu okay
abusuafo Ghanaian Times the bakrata na da manimi krata fe to so miensa na mitina watasa asemi obia gine wo ane wonte ase ayi wowura bi ene wono ankasa ni nua ana wakuni ya awaduale ene ya farming community bi ebe wulensi na Numba South District ya wa Northern Region na Numba South District Police Commander Assistant Superintendent of Police Yusuf Salifu and Walker Sami Yatran some therefore what I say woman chromatia some woman 3 woman owura ya frano bawa ana wono ankasa ni nua o wono ankasa ni nua woni ni free na kurejako atwe tuo wono so enya se bia wokote ba bi o cross range wogina ne ntepe wabra wokọ na fuom en wotwe tuo woni nua no so gina ho wogina ye wodi tuo no se ni ti edi asam na nopa mi kọ afuom wa wodi tuo si mi ti so se mekun de oyire no manager ne eya abadam samu anasa asem papa na woka no hu na tuo no akasa tim wo pot astiti training na tuangu ba bi kura etim wo bui no oda wakwafa na yire ne ma wadi wo magane wadi wo mo kwan yo se yade na ye no se di asem wo obi atene hu ba bia wonte ase da no na aposifo yi aso Ghana fo nyina se baby abawa ejane akwakote biada wone ne yire ne nkwada no nyina no wase brofokan sa wo de man wase he can run but he cannot hide baby awakote bia no wo mbekwa akote ne pie se wono ani nua wakunu ene wafa ne yire ne ma ejane kwa ya wunwu ade a wode sa ade yije ani baby a wo kwa akota ade poti a wode kwa akwaye no womutine hu baby a womunti ase aposifo aba amane se sumtum awia ko baby a wo se biara wombekọ akwọtị no na telegraph katafa toso wadunsia and what say to media bi ekoso emwoto nsafre vice president his excellency Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia 5-day Ghana Digital Innovation Week ya womu ya ho adwuma na sa adwuma die development partners bi free Israel ebi free Germany ebi free Rwanda womu nyina ba besia ya etifi asmo a wodi tu dwumadie so wase mobilizing collective action investment to catalyze growth in Ghana innovation ecosystem na wa ana Dr. Mohammed Bawumia trese star digitalization agenda ya wode baye ɛnyɛ ɔno nko adwuma o ɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa adwuma sɛ yɛte aseɛ paa nka adwuma ɛbɛtumi abie di ama yɛn no ɛnyɛ ne sɛ yɛtete ho a yɛde ayɛ aseresɛm a yɛsere na Mr. Digital ɛmfasoɔ a wɔsoɔ paa no ɛfiri berɛ COVID-19 baa yɛyi ɛne yɛhunu sɛ saa yɛaka kyire paa wɔ abrabɔ na adeɛ baako a ɛbɛtumi ama yɛne wiase atu anammɔ korɔ akɔ bankuro mu ɛyɛ digitalization yi nti wɔno papa soɔ paa nwoma so ɔnyɛ n'anum da ne yie mu a sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔman no bɛtumi agyina ne nan so na digitalization agenda no etumi etu mpɔn nti obi amoa ɛmu obi ntena baabi na wɔmfa nyɛ atotesam sa wɔsere ɛna digitalization ɛnyɛ saa nɛteɛ ɛmfasoɔ wɔ so paa nti yɛn nyinaa yɛn take advantage yɛ na saa digitalization agenda no ntumi enyina ne nan so na the chronicle anim ha wɔde TB Joshua ɛne ne yere ho asɛm ade aba na wɔde kwasinsi bebree de ato ho ɛwɔ kratafo ɛtɔ so wɔte wɔbisa sɛ si obi sɔfo obewu sɔfo na adom ne nwosra nyinaa wɔ no so enti si wowu ne yakasa ne yere ɛne mmedi n'ade a ɛyɛ japadeɛ ne sika nti ne yɛse ne yere mmedi n'ade a na sɛ adom ne nwosra na ɛwɔ no so nti ɛne yɛse ne yere mmedi n'ade na n'ade a ne yere no ba abedie no saa wɛnɛs asɔfoɔ ne yɛ no wɔno wɔbɛyɛ ne sɛn wɔbɛda atene ne nsa wɔ obi so na nipa korɔ ne ho atɔ no adom ne nwosra yaresa ɛne sɛdeɛ na nipa busie no ne yere no wɔba bɛyɛ no sɛn enti ɛyɛ japadeɛ ɛne sika ɛne nneɛma asɔfoɔ no wɔ no ɛne yɛpɛ sɛ ne yere bɛhyɛ akyire na wɔdi so anaasɛ ɛyɛ nwosra ne adom no awurade ɛde dom no ɛne wɔba bɛtoa saa adwuma no so wɔbisa yɛ asɛm bisa bebree ɛne wɔde atototo ho Prophet TB Joshua wawu watoa nananom wɔ nseɛ do na wɔbisa sɛ enti asɔre no yɛni obiara sɛ sɔfoɔ bi wɔ hɔnom a ebi ɔhead branch bi a obetumi abɛhead asɔre no headquarters a ɔbɛsɛ mantutua nyinaa kɔ so kama ten sɛ ne yere ɛne yɛse wɔ no na mmɛrɛ asɔre no soɔ na wɔbisa ɛnwosra no ebetumi afuro te sɛ deɛ na papa ne yɛ no anaasɛ agyapadeɛ nti ne yɛse wɔmmra mɛtena hɔ Dr. Ekosio Gabra ɛna Taman Wuntumi Bernadette Bosiako wɔtasa ɛna ɛbɛyere former trade and industry minister Dr. Ekosio Gabra ɛna wɔbɛma to dɔkɛtie ɛyɛ Kumasi High Court wɔtena na ɛyɛ cross examination ɛbɛkɔ so Kwame Adom Apia Esquire wɔne yɛ cancer ɛde ma defendant ya wɔne Bernadette Bosiako aka Taman Wuntumi na kane former ambassador ya no wɔ US Dr. Ekosio Gabra and what else Bernadette Bosiako Taman Wuntumi etantro de ato no so enti wɔgye $10 million ya next time on tantro tisa ɛmfa nto obi so enti wɔbɛkɔ akɔgyina kɔɔto adakam na ne lawyer atototo na no abisabisa ne nsɛm na kɔɔto dwomtene ne hwɛ na asɛm no kɔma Bernadette Bosiako a obua natan asɛm no nso ɛkɔma Dr. Ekosio Gabra no wabua natan to wɔkyɛ so wɔkyena ɛna court ɛbɛtena ase a nsɛm bisa ɛne anu yi a bɛkɔ soɔ no nyansam ketewa koraa debokrate ɛde ho asɛm aba na kratafo ɛtɔ num wɔtasa Ghana Highway Authority ɛnam Natowe Properties and Investment so construct wɔboase ɛde kɔ Kodwo Nkwanta Highway na ɛde akɔ akɔsi Kumasi de kɔ Yamransa ɛkwantempoa no so na saa kwan wɔ mu tasa Atapa Morris Jonas Wood Akrofuom District Chief Executive and what they are saying to that say by the grace of God womu ba be yi kwan no na this year one mu tu kwan ya womu brapa enti saa kwan ya womu ba be yi ebeboa na akwabadie ni akwantie ho nsam etumi aye kama pa na wayek release senior secondary school certificate examination womu ade ho asam aba na records womu tesa aye unprecedented 81.7% success rate ya nkwada no anya na we ɛbɛboa wɔ mu paa ɛmoa mu dwumadie etumi akɔnka wɔkyɛ sɛ nkwadaa ne yɛ adeɛ wɔn so wɔn atrɛ but this particular examination deɛ wɔn ayɛ adeɛ aboa mu ho mmɔden paa yɛ ɛpagya ɛtɛn deɛ aba abɛsi nkɔ nyinaa nti wɔka ho asɛm ɛwɔ de bɔkrataa yɛ no mu ha the same thing ɛna free senior high no wɔn mu pɛ sɛ SDG 4 years yɛda yɛ nim no achievement a wɔn mu de ato wɔn mu ama yɛ no yɛbɛtumi edu ho a Reverend Joyce ayi ɛde asɛm yi ato dwa.
Yankoi na yankodi nkoma no pay nsɛm no baako na asɛm baako yɛde tu m'anim no egyina sɛ yɛ Ghana Black Stars ne Bafana ɛbɔ yɛ ball World Cup qualifiers na ewie akyire no na South Africa for kyerɛ sɛ sɛnea ball no si kɔɔ yɛ no wɔn fi sɛ enwiemu bi kɔɔ so ɛma Ghana ɛma wɔn de asɛm yi akɔ dan FIFA na no pay sɛ mutie yie pa yɛde tu m'anim sɛ FIFA sɛnea aba bɛtɔ abɔnten sɛ nnɛ due no wɔn hyɛ aseɛ wɔn bɛtena asɛm no so na wɔn ahyɛ aseɛ bobo ho na yɛne yɛ sports reporter yɛ animado ɛni nkɔmɔ ɛngye nkyekyiemu what does this mean sɛ FIFA tena asɛm no so a sɛmpa ɛna ɛteɛ ɛnim yɛda asɛm akɔ ababa ne TFM so anɔpɛ so no kura sɛ FIFA South Africa request wɔn de kɔto wɔn anim sɛ bɔɔl yi a ɛyɛ Black Stars ne ɔmo bɔɔl yi ɛbɛyɛ anka yɛn san bɔ ne bio mu yi ɛnɛ FIFA ɛhyɛ aseɛ wɔn tena so saa na ɛteɛ.
Kwasi saa na ɛteɛ FIFA wiase nyinaa football no ɔno na ɛdan no ɛna wobɛhwɛ football reforms bebree abeba mu ne nyinaa yɛ saa nneɛma die esi a FIFA hwehwɛ mu na sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔyɛ ho biribi a na wɔyɛ ho biribi mama example mmienu bi South Africa World Cup 2010 wobɛhwɛ a Germany and England boy no Lampard hyɛ goal bi but goal no referee na ehu sɛ try line nti ye ball no wi na ehu sɛ South Africa for South Africa England for the start appeal as a FIFA enye hu bibi nti ye the goal line technology e buy a say ye ball we say referee no the ball bi ya try line na watch bi ball nsa chip bi she ball no ma the ball na try line na say no we hu ni ye a chip no be kire ni say ball no be be wo no e try line no anasa antra say na be ya e be man fair judgment eno baako obehwe nso a England league ebo no issues a ekoso ne ade bibiri ewo ho no edu ba bi a na all side ne ho nsensem ne ade no na akwa bibiri nti obehwe anansen de issue baako nso eba ya de video ye ba ya de check nyina enyoma reforms ebem ti FIFA ne tena so hwehwe ne me na ohwe so se oso ensaka no ensaka na replay ya mo kan ebia sidabat you see here no na corruption thing bi wom match fixing bi wom yidi say ho na South Africa for no edo on point akwa the FIFA so issue the FIFA na adwen say saa dia o hwe nsem no mu but replay the corruption thing bi ankwa nkopie mu dia there have been so many occasions that match bi obi fo say referee bi ani ni amfa ma no but say law 5 ne che say emra no egina eye referee no so no the referee di match wie na se ye so akɔgye ademudie bia ne ade de a ye ben sakremu kra match ne in question ne de enyini se ombema abobiem na de esi da ne South Africa ne Senegal a Ghana ni referee Joseph Lamptey kodi sa match no di match ne wie ye no penalty odi ye na ho kɔba nsem bebree FIFA for eye nhwehwemu ne ade rewe hu se na match fixing bi ewom ɛno na ma sa match in question no esan kɔ bɔ no foforo bi because the ekɔso we no it is a FIFA for South Africa for so mo ko dan ya mo de Ghana because you some Lamptey fi Ghana nti mo de sa match fixing ni ye league mu nsem bi asiti ni ade no e de koye example na ma FIFA so mo sa ade a o hwehwem na wa hwɛ se e bi ade South Africa for ka no enu krebi o ma na wo hu de se o de be kwa se match e bɔ no foforo ana se mo but bibi sa ankwa nkoba mu de minim se e bi a at west referee na bi as a penalty no in question say soft e bi a punishment bi be call e dia ma no but say corruption bi empiem se bi a omo hu se Ghana ni bi command bribe na match fixing bi ekoye na referee kan bi se Ghana nko wini penalty bi nko ba that moment no nko man nko wini dia it say hwehwemu na ekoso no dia South Africa for omo to omo ase anka beboa but you dey FIFA de beba say nyina kamera no ho de bibi ba ombetena se ahwehwemu na omo hwe ye ekoso na akomienu se de nsaka bi ba football ma the reforms we about football man on my because and World Cup qualifiers no crano. The by ultimate and no matter started in December say format of the qualifying from but the Africa format the bono this year the different kakra. Like previous year no. Your bon knockout stages and any about group, your book group who are benefits will qualify automatically. But this year the Omuko and say your bon knockout in the back when about group stage. Your sign knockout be with 10 teams now. Equal last in Africa of 5 slots. 10 teams, they pay and 5-5 neighbor you are be winning on our oko. Meaning I name be a FIFA. And if you show me apart from match in question or no. And you bring so a debate and a match in Kwa match Benin say or may appeal because of the Congo. Penalty same biasa and so come even though name Benin for no give it me a ball model, but how much no from Lucia. Meaning you know count of FIFA is okay, Sadia, me and Shimu as a reforms we being as a family. No, they are but and a Ghana match and also. The Katasi Sibisu Kobema ABA replay between Aquacoba.
So, Jemuno minim kwaya sebia yenim kwaya wa mofaso mo ye no saying no mo ye na ebre da ho a mo beche so okay in the next 2 weeks no ebia Jemuno o mewie na yehu asem ne pomasi bre.
As wo mo hye ne se normally ana ebe na me dey asem tia wa me trokwa ye be copy me. South Africa the call no. If I let Ghana said the other time when Ghana for the response call. The response na no my so o ma share in Jumasi. Normally in Jumna na e fa kwan bebre so. Ye ka say kura e bia enipa ba Ghana ha yenim. E bia enipa ko Senegal yenim, enipa ko South Africa yenim. Ombe omu Jum kwa bia o ma share say Jum dada but omu nkyere odo omu ye. Because of it bia omu gidi say South Africa for no allegations they be akasa say bi wo muntina Ghana winning match referee gives a dubious penalty the South Africa for ne kano nhwemu de obema timeline say bia that day ye change fimase but the FIFA for kwan fa so ye o madwuma no o hwe nsem bibi asisi a won te hwe ba wa no mo de aba say ye nhwemu ba ye bi kwa no my on find this a wie dada and you normally once South Africa for no allege say kata receive ni ade wo mu de FIFA no mbetu na mo a omodi plain clothes security men ni ade betu to one na mo akobi sibisa e bi kura na Ghana ni kura kan hwemu no a oye duma yeni mo omonti kwasi saa no ma no mo fa so e de hwemu rewre mu hwe bank accounts ni communications bi ni ade course between ni pe bi ni ade no e no mbe saa hwemu ni ade no mu hu na se bi o mu nya bi o mu se bi a proud to the match no Ghana for ni South Africa coach the referee no office ni Ghana no enya enkitahodie bi ni ade bi a ye pese be bribe no anase that betting syndicate bi ni ade ebi maybe say bia man go the betting over you know no you between ka say 10 minutes penalty eba in the options will make this case no was wrong ni sa no man ni ade nya ni ma FIFA eba hwem ni ade hwem ni na wie na so hu bibi wo ma na ode ne fan ne beba say the South Africa for ne kan no should be ginam nti the decision bi ba ana the South Africa for ne kan no ni nyina so nti obeba to egu na Ghana for tumi akomadi.
Okay, well, then we're saying about say Anope. No shop I any mado of our sports desk now turning Canopy need 100.9 Black Stars in South Africa. Same way PFE mo Anope and Semino Kakraso FIFA so achechim Eddie Amaye nim yenhwe senia ebeko need 100.9 Ghana Montie sunie.
Yes isu ayekitama yen yeda na se wa mebie ha ni anye adwuma ni afendi dia ye be ko ni fie me ya ban wa mesi so me pesa me di to me ko so atina me ya madwuma no na me pa chaw me sraw na me bo me bro me ento me ko so especially with the SHS graduates we are fighting for our own good sake sinanado ya ba sraw ya mabuni na sia e wase ento aso obi ba sha ne ba SHS obi ba ko JHS obi ba ko ha akunafuo wom university fuo wom nana ye una wunim dia wo ya na wo ya nso so kakra e betumi aka kire on say wo de hu ye maba na tobuti amon sambra wo de mo ba na ye diblonya wie na de obeton ade no say on pe ba bi amfa na sa still ade and de obetuma
fra wadawro ma umma yesu fra wai hu ya mabo ye kitankola ne epse ye jadia pesika bibre ne fanye adwumo na yesra wo yesra ye kitankwala ye ni obia wo ye ho no ye ni be me bia wo ho no yesra na o me ye kwan ni mai
well kwan ho asem ni tobut ni akeka ho no hu komo na otise union mu bi di tudwe
Ghana Montie Ghana Muntie na mansanya so adawro Kofi Man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEAT 100.9 FM.
It's November 23. Yeah, that's a good one. Pay ya queenum ya twaso and 7 city. Lufat and Sutayi, Lufat, yeah, Malay drew woman on mobile with you can pay what and can and nebne. Yeah, that's a good soon. 7 ye remubium na the one crat and cobra. Boy, I mean, I hear papers on ya or the twaso and pay.
Oh, Casabusu. I'm Panso say, yeah, wow. Ayo. Abusuafo de bakata your friend is inside anim ha ana wode papa ya beto hanum say oya founder na leader Emma All People's Congress APC Dr. Hassan Ayarega and worker saying what else Ghana hu ahokyere apart from 1983 yeah kwamba ye opa memu a ede ahokyere ba pa sitinemu aye din ya ayamampani na nado danko akufuado ani na bedi etire Dr. Mohammed Baomiya memuyi na de ama wo mu hwaya no wawa kakra ne se da no ade gibusi anya no ane ade tua mampani na nado ne na bedi etire Dr. Mohammed Baomiya kasatintin se antoponko ampa ena inflation yeba yebati we so dollar buo beba fom petrol buo beba fom asitre mu be hare yen ena mutumi to petrol mutumi to aduane mutumi to dokono aya campaign ye dede ade tira Ghana for so omu background public press ene omu be protect ye that the omu kanyina na ye okwa ahotire pa nie Hassan Ayarega wataso ono ankase wo be wiase wonhu ahotire fitaa seda na de ehye no kura ye dollars no that the dollar ni si dane ani si di no te hatene fom kura de waso atune wo ba bia wanti ase wo kwa akwasesa dollar se wo kura si di na akwasesa dollar wa wo kwa wo beti say yes enti amejo di fo no wo mu soa sa kan nyina no wo mu de egu nioma no so wo beta ato wo nta agyae sa nioma de gu no enti ayade bia ha atene pa ya watasa ahokyere de mampani na nado ne na be de etire wo mu fa no kwa wo maga na kwa hunyahia mu pa minority fo ene wo mu tire se ta yi levi no a wo mu de ba no ebema economy na krase de ahokyere beba pa etre se ekwan ya nkofo fa so ededa na wo mu di tuteta wo mu ho aban nya bibia mfa sa to yi nkwasa se oba mani no a eboa ema yenkurakura sika ma kromfo ntataye no eno an wo mo sa begu no yi Ghana ni wo ba je ne sempu ankapre enti aban ni kwan trodo bia wo befa so a wo ba didi se sika se de wo mo ankasa brofo wo mo ka no no so repeat ama no yi lazy man's approach akwadro ekwan ya fa so didi to wo akwadro mu eno na aban nam so a wo de sa yi levi to ya ba wo de beta se Ghana fo watase begu atuma bebre no awo Ghana ha ebe collapse esanse wuta otetere Maria na wonwe nambia sa kwan a wo befa so e de agege tuo yi de kwesibro ni beka ne se eye lazy man's approach ya enya de a ebebo akura na wade asamia wukunfo ni abeto kratafa etoso miensa e wo tele statement ha samia wukuna gina we wura keto okere kunsi dina ho asem ni yetiawa Director General Ma National Lottery Authority ena woni ni mpanimfo step out to Samia Wuku ena top management members ya one National Lottery Authority Masia Santi Kotoko ena ndra wo mulanti ye aya partnership di kasia pa Masia Santi Kotoko enya edi every National Lottery Authority nanam so Emma director Emma womu nanaya amponsa womu president check edi ama wonum na sa check eba beboa aya 1 million Ghana cedis edi ebeya Kumasi Asante Kotoko ebetumi etira womu na so na de gi ya womu boy womu etumi edimu enkuni.
Okay, me that say the Convention People's Party CPP at the Krater B at the Piedra. Nina, your position on the 2022 budget. na eno ena ye pese ye ni nana ya janto a oye general secretary ma ye CPP amanyukuo no wo si budget we die enya aginkwan eye kumi preko budget na send enti CPP for kan sa no nana mbo ya no pe ni enti ase nana ye makwa baba ni TFM so no pe. Hello. Okay. Amana em say me nka me hwese bia ye nsa betimi aka ye nana ya jantua a wo ye twetwefo penima amanyekuo CPP any assemia wo mokratai wo modie pie wo mokan say the Convention People's Party's position on the 2022 Kumi Preko budget statement as presented by the government of the New Patriotic Party NPP. Budget no say ajenko eno say Kumi Preko. So the Convention People's Party CPP is saddened by the insensitivity of the current NPP government to the economic plight of the ordinary Ghanaian who is struggling to make ends meet. This attitude of insensitivity and aloofness exhibited by the current NPP government is clearly posted in the context and outcomes of the 2022 financial statement as presented to Ghanaians through Parliament by the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Honorable Ken Oforiatta, a believer in the Christian faith who disregards the plight of the poor and suffering masses in this country called Ghana. And Samno Edos Papa Brofo Bibri and then CPP for Acro Iowa Omokrate Manope say Sakana Yebetimi am ABOAGYE na yetimi enya entiase ewoye sase mu need 100.9
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawroko fiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo need 100.9 FM atankonwa trenu fo na kwasi ABOAGYE darling boy ensem huduo mu agintadua eyi ekugu ewiem a yinya imisa Ghana muntie efi need FM so
2022 budget na what ma be tua no adwane agusa we disappoint nana we ma NDC fo anyaye nana wa hire papa na me die me tuma ba ma NDC na mom no 2024 me nto aba simple
Fenso mama yeti adwuma bia nim aha yeti abible san ye de ye adwuma ya wonkro ya kwaje bosi anu anko ya group 10 ya kwaje bosi anu anko ha ya na ye de betua na nando se watutuo se ya nya den ya betu ba ma miensas for mawia na dwunsuom nye na mo ya campaign ma na so ba miensas from there and MPP lusu MPP ma power bio asime ne na aka ne se pa na chewa omra no ma ye to ni ma ye nya sa so de ane onye ye mommo ni mfentu ya Bible sia no na ye nkotena fie anya sa de abane de ane obi nka obi nka 2024 adu ho awie ane MPP mo se samoni amana no anu ne mu ni hweka bio efisa yenya campaign mamo ama emu ayo ye fe ye kokro motin ko page mamo obi papa ye fe kokro motin ko page mamo obi papa nye na ye muana ye ko page mamo obi papa nye ne muana campaign hodo ya yene kuro yi mu atamdidi amanfo adu ye me fa mi kokro motin ko page mamo obi papa nye na me mebuada na abai meti me kotum se maji abai bosia anya na go NPP na go omu mabio
na wo free suti na wo ye say na wo ba first no wa anya ye say yo na wo di kan ba ye no wa anya ye say na wo hye bo kama na ye ni je pa na ye de to aba we no se kan wa e ma wo na ye ni anim say ye to so mienu be di enwa mo say na wa mi abragu ene ma ne kofa ba ya na asemu ya ba no nti ye se na la se wo miemu mayen ni ento ye ne ma ni nwie ye wie na so ndo be bande a ye tenase ono na aye na ade na saka we de entimi ye pa ne chawala e ka we de entimi eno nkwan ma kofa nwo nya kuma na gu a kire wo no amangu obi na de bla me 16 mile ye firi ni aton wo ye niska ye firi mama ye nsa na wo training college ba ko na sin training ba ko so agric training college wo kwada so ba ko so oblekum wo papa na ka we nyina ba de matua tam me to buku 3 million ya ba jo to no mo atumu ni de ahayen aswaja ahayen ma ne pa fi se aha dodo na de bosia na ye adwuma e na Christmas isu ben obia de ni sika akwaje bosia wo de afa ne ma se wo beton na wadi ekotua ne ka yese ne yeda sori ne ye baya ya tutu se bofra mesinsin kwam nim de me ya meton because mo ha mo de asie nti ye sra aban no se ye panachew wodi se obetu afiri akora na oma ye mre ye sra ne pa oma ye mre kakra no ono anhwe mre mu ntwe kakama na ye mfa mo aboa ye ho ne ye mpe baabi a ye be fa go se si ye ni baabi a ye wo ye magufie ye tua bosia me mami aso papa wu mi na me se tua bosia ne me gina he makotua ba me ni 1000 me se be pe bi amba ya to butu nti ye sra nana ye panache ye kotujoku ye wenseyem to butu nyina anya mo so ofin su to butu because adwuma ni ofin so ha ana me ma so ye no mo ye so mo nhwe ye ma ya na ye brehye wo mo ti ye sra nana se wo do betu afiri akura na o ma ye mre kakra na ye mfa nton enema na yakofa aba no na ye mpe ba bi afa ye beton go se si ya de ye ni ba bi a ye fa bi
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofia man homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo neat 100.9 FM
be our own way like this time baby ya be chere no yes a pair you show am say ya mo kan ya memiji wakulu se ba ya district wakulu ya ne leg digi wakulu ti yes a pair you show am say ahana ya mo kano ne stene ne wana ya be so one day e wasi ya ndu maka ne ya de yes word for wakulu ti ya de momo kadenda wakulu
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie. All the sampa Kasia Go Wakata Monsa Amaya Sa Kasia Waye Onye Yimu Nukretrodo Kamadine Kamadine Bo Nita Fe Mumayentie ABOAGYE 100.9
Kwesi Bonkwe
Cassandra Chuman Pofo Kasama ye Ghana Education Service na bibi wo hodmo mpesa awofo ye school for etie nra krata bi omode aba epia bonting on a school selection for 2021-2022 yenko amano so na Cassandra Mbwaye na krata ye nyanti ase ne nchichiremu ho no say Cassandra da se mo akwa baba NIT FM so anope so krata mu de pie ya mo kasa fa ye school selection hoin dia na mo pesa awofo ehu dia na mo pesa school foi etie anope boy
yo beda na me message for you na pay yo entrance statement na ye department na ye na for ni general public ni na say sensitization on school selection not yes afibia na ye share a train students the na yes revising your school guidelines na ye school guidelines not for the particular year na na ye call round what the room emma for school for any education for now and so and so science say and about the free money abetting nti who to make in no just starting na this party teams across all the regions no share the officers, district directors, exams officers, the public relations officers, guidance and counseling coordinators, you bet your head. You better run community and for information centers, you better call and sorry animals. Meaning, I say, you call church guidelines now. I see, a woman. Yeah, be a media placement. The rest of I'm sure won't make me by saying because not this way and for my back my general public minister go deep into the guidelines and it's a home kind of and not yes a two guy and a beautiful so yeah castle board announcement say time to your mobile school. And so, you settled from 29th December, echo 14th December. That period, and omo ebetu school no nti ye kan na say awofo emma omo eni enkunya daje emma staff process na esan say imprinting ye placement ni bia complaints ni ade a ye beba ni ni para na do so independence in last year for the Namia. That was January this year. Namia the me na so say ni na ye na me ni the teacher na choose man me to cry. There's a whole lot of excuse to be. It's a stress hard time me sensitization and I say made group 29 to 14 so not the school for no express our from the school for grandma money and choose school now. I was say we join ya we be anya that dear one man not 2 hours no now nobody in an interest school no. Then a be a placement in drought no come better me. Now yeah to school needs to be to confirm the first school no much to then one I also yeah the best CD and computer system no. Yeah, be more short code be to text and no. It would text it to that short code there. The display of school to now what you know. Ebeba or phone now what she say. Text choices like you know. Meaning I a force amount and one no. So residential status said they are now more than and one no. And meaning I know how you confirm for us. But and so I be about so that 1 or 2 bits to me see because only woman may and now papa me on the form school. It will teach about one exam officer dinner or no upload the hard copy onto the software, system. It is sometimes who are not nipa eduman code be a officer. Then I who here say was a more confirm more choices. Then a day answer a day placement so not be right. Na ye places bia na chese be bia wo benye bia no na chese e wa modern one more choice man. We find basically no e nkaibo e na ye de e bo amanku nyane asa chu mo samon betu.
Enti chese mo offices ni bi ho no aye awofo betimi akọ ho no akọ no mehu enhyehyɛ no se ne sitie sana mo kira na.
No ye so mo na afu mada. Enti se me se Ghana no di expo. Yeah, what district education officers for baby. It's the headquarters team no crana into the regions. Me no work say. Area district no no. So yeah, to me and Raul one. That's the reason why I will headmaster and our district director, district PL, district councillor, district exam officer. No, so you didn't factor in church. You almost also would get to almost schools within the district and the circuit. They would get down and get to the store and open nearby. I say reach out to them and let them know. It's one aspect.
Okay.
We are employing multiple channels. And we are stakeholders online, that's social media. And on our social media platforms, you would find videos and infographics and then maybe a section on the guidelines. And also so the edit. And another aspect, in-studio discussions, is also to use to form more bigger platform. And also see you so much channel also to reach that segment. We also see peace and needs and other big platforms, YouTube, to be able to get to them. So employ multiple channels to get to your audience. We will get there. Now yet to make the educational amount. Yes, pan say I will for nyadaje ama process no. Because I know na ya na yehu afibia na yehu ne dodo. Yesra ofu be we GHS nko ade a awani ntu ne school na wo choose no at this point in time. Na no be boa. Na many people say ye plenty na akuma to ye makase and I we dem ya na choose ene na na choose ye. Then you be na ye ma me na mini ho ne aba excuse.
Okay. Enti saa dwumadie wo mo hyase a mo wie time ben.
Yes, sure. You be time I want to school na wie. It's an ongoing education.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You be ko so a church be dia kwenya be church akotem say mo be choose na wie no I say by 14 December maybe I just say portal like portal to selection. It's the cost watch whatever channel be.
Okay. Well, yeah, we say near Beko, but before I Beko no. I'm secretary be somewhere last week now. Bem some de buy. Na nra me ka say ye di adwumadie parent back who was sanso the national organizer ma LPG ama yuko no say sa Ghana Education Service mo krata mo di pia mo say mo vaccinate sukuu nkada no 15 years ago you know mo consult awofo bia mo mba awofo na mane say bibisi koso minim nia no okan sign na tima say say mo ba be vaccinate persons aged 15 years and above no any nia no okan we are not saying.
That is a legitimate question, Kwesi. It wasn't a statement nearby. This was PMP, yeah, my internal letters or settlers maybe AP. So we shall let know, it was to all regional directors. It's from headquarters at DG, air catcher directors, we say, this is near Ghana Health Services for no. Ebe ya na said you ebe ye ebon ye ewo COVID no akwemu enti eye letter na ye catch directors do no mo so enyanti ye no mo educate no mo sensitize school for the teacher for so anything na nye press release no it na nye enti menya sure say almost starting for in the school into education, no near our consultation, and no ebusu and answer your chat here. It is only school one by or counseling coordinators, school health program coordinators, but students are and soon Ghana Health Service as said Jumedian. It's a legitimate question because Okoye Bibia was school, especially a far planning health one. As I said, Yama, I will phone on our plan as PSA. In Tiano, no clear. Letter was not to say a coach straight. Yes, it was to our district director, regional director, and court district directory. Almost all my head to me now, and normal and what in Kaya to any sensitization in my school for no. And one Ghana Health Service for Eddie to begin. It's almost that day.
Well, I imagine saying, no, send you no see can say or raises a question, no. Some parents be on back as a debby, me pesa me babe wo. Me nim in share because we will see a dear Christ and commodity cost on the account. Me nim se be compulsory. Sem awufu bi obeka se bi ame ma me ba enwo no. Se bia be yon share ana obetimi aka say yes. O pesa obewa me nim se ho enkomo no mwedi akosi sen.
Oh, Kwesi, have issue there. Most men yan a sentiment to me. A COVID shot, yes, I am paying free. Obi wa on way. Maybe won't be now for baby called Manco, but me ma for me 2 shots that are the in the individual, the system and our parents. It is a 40 and a bamboo 15 on my name, yeah. And I had a consent letter to my own mind. Yes, into almost still consent letter. Almost signing. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost one you have to follow a check consent. No magic. It's based on consent now with your mom. No mama vaccine. Into anything changing. Or so on my yes.
Okay. All right. Me fancy anam see na enjoy me so say e chire no bibiba na bia ye hia mo ai na asan bibiu.
Me patche you na me try o plan to say what am I platform na be guidelines no.
No problem at all. Me say wonim say if you hire of you anytime bia.
Thank you.
That's it. Well, so Cassandra Chum Ampo for a Head Public Affairs Unit ma Ghana Education Service and pay need 100.9 and when you din komo about who am pese awofo hu empacho we dis an komo na bia unim se wo ba be ko school placements SHS ni dia kaka ho empacho awofo tie ni yo na mo fam hunji mentra ho na eche ma me kan che so media minim hwe na Pfizer enro no so am de ba won koda no o kan kakra wo ho se yes before am be sha se so am de enro no ba be won koda no there will be a consent form and no crime to much as any account. So parents' consent will be sorted. You better sort to come. Yeah, but bye.
Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. Ghana Montie. All the Sampa Cassia Bo Kowaka Tamonsa Amaya Sa Cassia Waye Onye Yimu Nucretrodo Kagame Kamadinibo Nita Fair Mayentie Cassia Waji 100.9
Kwesi Bonkwe.
Yanko, Yanto Asu, Yanin 70. Come on, Yana do with him.
So, Abusha for daily statement, Cratafa Tosunsiano. What the budget in Mua Kunta, Buatin Tintia, the Abanti, the one Tini, the Namin to the Umue. Abai say, Adia Bakwa, what they bam puntu aban tantem. Aya digitalization. Enti digitalization, no, or be fast track it. Ejuma bia ya be wa ha bia be kwatikita especially Ghana card no a wo mudi aba no so far nipa 11.5 million Ghanaians and wo mu wobie eno kra no wo mudi aba ba se Ghana card no tax identification number 10 no anemu a eboa em wo mu tumi track wan krankra bia be bia wo se enti enu se ya de papa osaka aban agenda 111 hospitals ya wasu oba besi anu nti okopa ahontoma e wotrede atoma kwa homa district wa santimantem wopa ahontoma August no wo sha Ghana fo bose August ya edi enim no ebeduru wonom no people will be surprised to say obi ade ne nsa besum na no aka say ei wokan ya waye 101 hospitals and wo besi ato apetia anu krampa dia brafu kasa wakan ye wase government be provide contemporary healthcare ye contemporary enum na ade enu nti sawote budget ne say ya tudi asempa na yansam da ewom nti ene ya fra no asempa no asempa pa bia mate ne say oye asempa pa bia mate ne say oyesu oye o asempa ba yet no enu nie afei local products en hanom nso Mr. Speaker the baba yan set away ya yan yankase betumi anya the draft national vaccine policy ya ebase ahotre ba enuro no yanso ye wobi wa ha enua bia abrofudi ye ndo ye wobi wa ha ye betumi akeka kanura bubom ni aye local vaccine enko yan sika bebre enkoto abrofu nduro no ma yan ya ba ye de wa ha anu sei omu bonsemu adema no agenda 111 no ho asem so esa be pie ha afei about the staff fufuro bi ba ye friend universal health coverage enkosi 2030 na obi anya bi anu ho asem so okan ye anu nti wo mu sase abe construct aya regional hospitals across Psychiatric hospitals so kan ho bi wo mu ba be tretre mu asini kama anu ho asem ye asem de pa afei bank ba ko aye sanim se betumi aba sisan wo man a transform economy no aya development bank Ghana sa development bank Ghana eno so ye tasika ade ama ya ye di bebie banki kama na banki nya abase kim ye wie ye problems nya Twitter eno aya $250 million ya ya de sa sia de bie sa banki na ye tse nim se total package nyina our banki hu aya $550 million and ye de ba bebie banki eno wasam so ya asam de na baby a wo mo ba boa nkofo pa ayi wo mo aye manufacturers wo mo a epese bie nyima agriculture wo ba boa agro processing ICT e wonum nyina banki e ba boa wonum afei ade ba ko bi nso pie ya the friend no National Hope Ownership Fund na saa national home ownership fund economic recovery and housing sectors no nkɔfoɔ brɛ paa wɔn nya baabi mfu wɔn ti nto ɛno nti aban aba abɛsi affordable real estate investment ya yɛde sika aba abɛhyɛm ɛyɛ TCB capital ɛna aba abɛsisi dan osi dan ne wie pɛ yɛs osika yɛ sɛn obi abɛnya bi mu ada ɛnyɛ dan a yɛsi wie sikafoɔ nko na tumi tɔ wei deɛ obi abɛtumi atɔ bi ɛno nso yɛ asɛmda na ɛwɔ budget no afei baako nso ɛyɛ international financial service center ɛno nso yɛba abɛsi na saa setup yi international financial service center yi ɛba abɛboa paa regional global financial resource nyinaa etumi agyina ne nan so ɛno nso wɔn bɛnya support ɛde afiri Ghana cares ɔbaatampa hɔnom atamfɔmo economy no yɛsa wɔ adeɛ bi nso a yɛfrɛ ne sɛ transformation of Ghana amalgamated trust ɛno nso ɛbɛyɛ permanent company ɛnsesaa a wɔde gu akwan mu no ɛbɛboa paa afei domestic credit rating agency ɛno nso yɛ adeɛ bi ehia paa ɛno sɛ wɔn ba aban ɛba establish domestic credit rating agency a ebe reduce information asymmetry yɛ market participant ya ɛno nso ebetumi aboa wɔn budget no ha na meka no na montie ne yie yasa wɔ portfolio shift in favor of SMEs na saa portfolio shift in favor of SMEs ɛyɛ adeɛ bi aban ɛde asi n'ani so paa sɛ next 3 years no obey increase lending to say bi a yɛabɔ nkɔfoɔ besia ɛyɛ small and medium enterprises no wobɛtumi akɔgye bosia yɛ 2.5 billion Ghana cedis wadi akɔ 5 billion ɛne yɛde ma wɔnum sɛ wɔn ngye enti ankura bi a ebetumi akɔgye sika ne bi provided say who small or medium enterprise ni mu wobɛtumi akɔgye saa sika ne bi now they are threatened with those development program and also a banking sector sibi omuni omudi nkita ho ena beboa saa enipa yi ya sɛ nim sɛ bɛyɛ 150,000 young graduate ya wɔmawie school ya wɔmu ni adwuma yɛ ɛne yɛbɛmu wɔmu saa skills yi na ntena wɔnom a na nyɛ na meni adwuma yɛ wobɛtumi akɔgye saa abusia bi ɛnɛ baba yɛ ayɛyɛ wobɛtumi akɔ house to house baba deɛ hia ne sɛ wokɔ a wo bag bo akyi wo bag mpo sika dodoɔ sɛ ne yɛde tɔ bag yɛ ɛnsɛ da nso biara saa wanyi wapasoɔ mmienu apasoɔ baako bitumi bɔ dankat ɛna baako nso etumi bɔ ɛsoro no ma no kɔ soro kakra ɛnso wapasoɔ na ɛka ho wanya a spirit ya yɛde asaa yɛ bɔ mu a ne yɛde atetɛta yɛ mo maso wo saa wɔ bi bredi sɛ bag mu wanya maasi no kura bi wɔ a yɛtaagye dada nti ɛno nso kurakura ɛna wanya ntoma no a yɛde sɛ yɛ kɔn mu no house to house barbering wobɛtumi ayɛ ɛna wawie school sumeka wobɛtumi ayɛ ɛna wɔte hɔ na meyɛ kɔyɛ graduate meyɛ economist na kɔm de wo wabra wonya sumeka boss ya punish no bo anya den ɛno ane sɛ wodi aduro no ɛyɛ siw no ho a woma no gu anom kakra ma mframa fa so wowie no wafa brush no wodi ti ho kɔse wobɛwie na ayɛ black sɛ yɛ asɛm ɛna wode paneɛ no nso pam siw no a tɔɔbo na anwɔ wo nsa ɛno nso sɛ mobɛtumi ayɛ adwuma deɛ bebree ɛwɔ hɔ mobɛtumi ayɛ bi afei youth temperament ɛna skills talent ɛno ana na megu so kan biribi a ɛyɛ skills a wobɛtumi ayɛ no fa wotim bi na yɛ ɛntena wɔnom nya na mepa abɛndwuma matwerɛ application mede me letter akɔto a abɛndwuma na mu ayɛ ma ebi kura ani hɔ enti nkakra mobɛtumi ayɛ biribi afei national builders corps a ɛyɛ nadmo no nipa 100,000 yɛfa wɔ mu yɛse yɛnsanfo mu wɔ adwuma mu a yɛsa betrɛ ne bi aka ho but wɔn mu akɔti training no mo nso mobɛtumi start biribi ayɛ mo ntena wɔnyɛ ahɛyɛ ne yɛpɛ na tɛsɛ ntete a mokɔgye no ɛho amanfa soɔ start something ebɛtumi aboa mo your start initiative and also to make the sonko kra ya aban no edi aba enti budget ne de ensampa bebre ewom ensampa wom pa afei artisanal skills eno ho asam na medi nkan eka no bon ye betumi di yensa a start bibi your start product no so ye betumi amam soft loans a free 50,000 Ghana cedis ya ade kwotitru young graduate no mo ankasa munya bibi soft loans wa ye de ba mamu no from 50 Ghana cedis ade ko ade akosi 100,000 Ghana cedis the wutumi ya na wo ye niye ya at least wo betumi asa akoti bio di ababa ka ho na wo kreti nyuma bebre mo betumi anye moa betumi akoti busia bi na de akwanye moa mponche for graduate something time ade ati akotwa banti nwura wo di abra aboy wadi wama ne nsuo wanom ya aseme wa ponche obetobi nipa kro beto a wonya sika bebre wasa de akoto mponche ne bi abeka ho enyan no akoto nyan opa wo duo makwadidie wo do nso a wo duo magubuom wonam na agege bante ho no wo wi ade akoma wo mponche da nioma nyina ya nioma mu betumi aye wo betumi akoto mpreko nso sika mposa ne de start ye ena anu amina starting mpreko ton kakra na onya bebre wo so betumi aye mpreko ni bi wo de management skills ya ukonya ne to ho a na wo de nye mpreko eduane dodo wasa na mfa mu wo mu anopa wi anwumre ente ne wo mu awo wo mu wo a wanya mpreko ma ebi betumi ato mpreko ma ibi ebi betumi aye ofa kwasi adwuma bebre wo ho
Pamana minim say daily graphic won say asem e da anim ho nom say no ene no say 2 in court over MP's immunity. Say Ghana for adihye mienu bi na wo say look san komo we a de bia beti yes okay MP de say bia say your criminal charges be against him na say wa kokota yentimi mfa ne ko serve no in some krata ne keka account say abeyan say bebre and teach you say imrase bedwani Francis Javier Sosu na asemu iba na say san komo die na so pa ah me na catch
wa fa kwesi ya Mills Heda Mansuwa Ante Dangote na Albert Demfi and wo mu dia fa wo mu lawyer Samson Lade ayene ne so and dia kodan Supreme Court to say wo mu interpretation wa take 117 and 118 ya 1992 constitution no mu semra sebedafo semra se wo mu semra se no asaso wa mu kirekire mu yie
nokre menko amano so na yenya ntiase sa na mo ya nuano mu etui san enete in fact ya de ahunu se a good move ana we hu se de hia mranim ni Morrison Paul ewo amano so lampa da se mo akwa baba ni TFM so no pe
meji mo so mo me fa kwenya so enchia me tifo na mahwefo nia eneme I'm not paying sorry.
That's it. Now, so Daily Graphic and him honum saying, Justice Edin Yabua, Chief Justice in Foni da honum saying, and Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Aban Sumana Bagbing and Symphony Dow, 2 in court over MP's immunity. Sasemi en komoya de biabati asio MPD kokota untimi sevono Constitution 117 Speakers 118 the kaka hu. Adihye mienu owo Ghana say ade wo mo ntiase yi papa enti asem no wo de kokko Supreme Court na won kireche mu yie ye di kan atosen hu ni sen I mean right move and I saying
that is the best and the wisest and the right mover we should be taking now. And I was surprised about the Speaker of Parliament, the conduct and attitude towards the Article 117 and 118, where he sits and he tries to interpret the constitutional, only constitutional mandate to do so. No institution, nobody in this country has the power to do interpretation of the constitution, especially when people are having different opinion about it, especially when the Chief Justice, when the Speaker of Parliament is seeking to protect his institution. He doesn't have the capacity to do so because there will be a likelihood of bias on the side there, or by interpreting is huge. The institution is the Speaker, and if you allow the Speaker to do interpretation, like
Akasa Omona Omoye law, although constitution, but if the speaker sits in parliament and then he decides to interpret a provision in the constitution to favor the members, number one, I own constitutional. Number two, there's a likelihood of bias because interpretation will lead to protecting the institution. So after Article 125, Clause 3, under Article 125, Clause 3 of the 1992 Constitution, I can say the judiciary shall have final judicial power in all matters. What it means is that anytime there's an issue, Obi Biara here, the power of institution na final. They have what to do, one, interpret, and then also to enforce the interpretation of the Supreme Court. Number three, when it comes to issues of who is who in terms of interpretation of the Constitution, we'll see that even in court, any other court, how much more parliament, if a judge grant case so, na issue be bad, na involve interpretation of the Constitution, that judge unstoppable and now unstoppable proceedings, not only fair the matter of interpretation to the Supreme Court for interpretation. Now, Supreme Court interpreting here, the judge then will hear the case based on the interpretation that Supreme Court delivered. So, how much parliament and the whole loyal our Speaker of Parliament doesn't know this, he knows. So you don't sit in Parliament and then begin to interpret Article 117 and then 118 and then Speaker Chan Hokoka say Sasu's arrest is unlawful and then he can, the word we use to cry say he can put the neck as if he's the Alpha and Omega. By his conduct, he is now assuming the powers of the judiciary. It's now exercising final judicial power. What he's trying to say is that when it comes to Article 1178, honor interpretation, the way of the there is no way out. Sasu, when they say arrest, attempted arrest, amount to when they say violation or not violation. He sits there and that is unconstitutional. Media, the best place as a speaker should have referred this matter to. And now everybody who was trying to express his opinion, you can say any opinion, final. Obia Chenajin, it kudos to some say any issue of the case the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court now will sit down. You see, an interpretation of the Constitution, and yet, like Bible. Sana asofo yafi huhumu na yafi huhumu interpret and na by interpretation of the Constitution and English and blofo by interpretation of the Constitution there were rules of interpretation. There were choir as well. You interpret the Constitution. You don't only look at the letter. We interpret the Constitution now based on what we call the purposive approach, meaning constitutional. I didn't na this provisional 117 and 118 what is the purpose? The ben cancer. Number two, no one can then who interpret the Constitution look at the hope and aspiration of Ghanaians. But then Ghana for then the other boy or minor coming kebi. And then so who interpret the Constitution? You don't interpret the Constitution to create austerity. They say, Obama Constitution, I have creating chaos. And I added more confusion. But finally, who interpret the Constitution now? There is what you call the spirit and the letter. You look at the letter, then the constitutional canon. Now, what kind the spirit here? You go beyond the letter and see. So, for example, if 117, 118 is giving mere interpretation. That means that once a year, no member of parliament will be arrested forever and ever. What any time ever to be a parliament, it's a parliament. How do you prove say or say me na me home? And she said obutu obaso odi ase. No or repeat obi. Now continue say hey say that a parliament can frame me. It's what say the nika. O continue say rebu to me chimi o. Me fiaka me repeat me fiaka me ko parliament. And you know the Supreme Court will give an opportunity to look at the issue not only per how maybe at your one person. What they say with a biased mind, serious biased mind, because one, he is a speaker of parliament and issue borders on parliament. And the two, no, he is also sitting down and interpreting to benefit a member of his party. We all know where Abagbagbe stands. He's an NDC, he is defending an NDC MP. And you know, in court, in court, Abagbagbe, a judge, not a suitcase man or a member of the party, he will have to excuse. Then speaker have what it takes to sit down in the chair and start reading and interpreting the constitution. Abagbagbe, I'm surprised, the whole speaker of parliament, who is a very powerful legal luminary, have descended to that level where now is assuming so powerful and meanwhile number two. Also number two. And you see, and you know, media the issue before the court no, a very good critical and boy but you know something very interesting case that's one case. One is what police are court. Say, other court no me argument no. I can make comment you. But Sasu himself, all the case the court no or Kasa. So I say, brother, matter is what filing suit against the police. One or see or demanding the police no are violating the right, and the two no or the injunction to police no so say more police and yes it's a very interesting case before the High Court again. Because, you see, if the High Court decides, say, Sasu can say, criminal proceedings are ever court. Judge, anytime the Abagbagbe be let her call a patrol. Now, judge, I can say that no beba. Not on no court you, but what filing process says, High Court is stopping police from even investigation, charging him. Then, my understanding would be that any criminal be a better to be another way as criminal be a two or may move cannot file case for High Court. Say police for now they can't interpret, they can't prosecute you, they can't. You see, I don't know. Politics a didn't to the first. What we are doing is that people who are lawyers, because they become politicians, have now started behaving in a strange manner. So obedient. To be frank, I'm so excited. The eminent and powerful judges will sit on the matter. And this is a case of high public interest. It will determine whether the police can arrest or not, can arrest or not arrest a member of parliament. It will determine the scope of powers of the police of arrest.
Yeah, me kind graphic story no. Who baby we story na. Febi one we see yeah bra honorable Mahama Yargani case Boko Central Mrachebi Dweni. Ekopie court. Na judge baako ekopie ne presiding judge ne kan bibi. That's Justice Efia Sewa Asari. Botwe what can say. Sadia ya no kan about immunity of for MPs near the other. Or see Sadia no age na how ma say be a MP no say ya two and say ya inviting say on appear court as witness. Eruna be a entimi but when an MP is standing trial as an accused person, no untimi nka so immunity bia.
I think say what judge said no. It might be a little bit different from Sasude no.
Okay.
Because what the judge was saying that when you are charging what you are saying, and you are in court, then you don't talk about immunity. But also, it actually didn't start with now you're in charge area. It started with the attempt to invite him. No, refused to go here. The attempt to arrest him. And obstruct the arrest. No. Then he started avoiding the police. And you know,
and son of the charge neighbor.
Go answer the charge no call. And it is a son because that's so who say the charge no call. Now immunity no be a problem. It will cost you. Now he's suing and telling the court to say pen immunity no and now the way a police for act no stop police from trying to arrest him. 1 2 stop police for say case will court no number 3 no police need to be say investigation about it. Jesus Christ, oh lawyer, I don't want to prejudge the matter, but if this is how Tasu is understanding the law, I think the court will speak. The court will speak, but me personally, I think that the Supreme Court will do justice to this. 1, the Supreme Court will look at the who Parliament as an institution. This is how they go about it. They will make sure that this small case would address everything like Parliament as an institution, their powers and their privileges. I'm sure the Supreme Court will look at it critically. Then the Supreme Court will look at the constitutional powers of the police. And the legislative powers are also that one was to protect and prevent crime. And then their power of arrest. And then they will look at this whether an MP's immunity should obstruct. For example, an MP who is committing a crime in the presence of a police officer. What do you say? Imagine say MPB police officer be a walker. Or police officer continue say make parliament. What do you say? Should that be the case? Or for example, if the speaker is saying say who be arrest MPB I beg the certificate. It imagine say MPB at your money laundering. Now Okresikano how do you join your Kotogo? Now you bet you see the bill print you call speaker. You call the speaker. Over corner speaker also I will meet here. Now over call this certificate over but now MP don't go here.
Mimbusa we any fancy say plenty for more of the asan akodan court. In 70 bia wo mo hwese court no betimi achie mu aka AC bia na mo beka no say wo mo reliefs wo mo pay no say 1 seeking a declaration that the constitution does not protect an MP who commits a crime, whether or not the crime was committed by the MP in his or her line of duty, and therefore the police do not need permission from the Speaker of Parliament to arrest such an MP. So they want a declaration that any act by the Speaker asking the police to seek permission from him before arresting an MP accused of committing an offense is null and void of no effect. Also, they want a declaration that the constitutional term, quote unquote, attending at or returning from any proceeding of Parliament, and a quote stipulated in Article 117 applies only to work in Parliament and not when an MP is engaged in activities in a constituency. Other reliefs in Ibiomope sought by the plaintiffs declaration that upon a true and proper construction of Article 117 of the 1992 Constitution, a Speaker of Parliament, clerk, or MP is not granted immunity from warrantless arrest, restriction, or attention while he is on his way to attending or at returning from proceedings of Parliament. A declaration that upon a true and proper construction of Article 117 and 118 of the Constitution, a court processes server does not require a certificate from the Speaker to serve a civil or criminal process on an MP while he is engaged in activities in a constituency. Enti niamani bi awamo penie Senator Mao.
Many are so powerful. And Mamimbo colleague so Samson and the 2 lawyers now. My father will know. It makes sense. At least we are now going to give the Supreme Court opportunity to look critically at the power of the police to arrest MPs. What I say, and whether MPs immunity extends to says any time be a MP committee crime, even crime in the presence of a police officer, there's a Otunika certificate. And now, anytime we are MPBT bar say, Oti bar say on the constituency, bodame. Now, our committee offense, okay, also I'm engaged in parliamentary duties because I'm explaining the parliamentary matters. Anytime we are no, MPs can always use excuse because the moment you say that parliamentary duties outside parliament, look on constituency. So would it be reasonable if interpretation of parliamentary duties outside parliament should enclose anything? For example, or because remember Bakuna, what I said, I think the way out of is what Samson two lawyers now is to bring the issue before a quarter under Article 1253 has the final judicial power to resolve the issues once over, but not to leave it to Abangbangbe, who is biased, who doesn't have the capacity, legal, constitutional capacity to do interpretation and enforce it, whose conduct right now is like is fighting the police and then always threatening the police that they are undermining the authority. He doesn't have the constitutional power to do those things. Speaker of Parliament don't sit and then hear cases and then makes orders which are unenforceable. You don't do that. You don't have that power.
I see.
The final judicial power rests with the Supreme Court. So it is good, sir. This case has appeared before the Supreme Court. Then you and to was here. Now the Supreme Court and speak on it.
Okay.
And once the Supreme Court speak, I don't think the Speaker has what it takes even to challenge it. And that's how he will remove from office.
Okay.
Because the moment you try to disobey the orders and the ruling of the Supreme Court will lead to other consequences. I don't think Abangbangbe will like it. Go for a lawyer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's if I know pay Yamin Shapa Rampa. Morris Ampa Yemrenim so Ghana for this new Hilda Mansua Quente Dangote and Albert Jemfi and I want to say me kwakwa court. Debiana MPs immunity MPs now Timinchi MP na MP di kwakwa yem na sebeje juma wontimi ni sa sisi ade asemi one time the court Supreme Court nka won chire mu ne nyina ye hu ni pumasi bre na ye nyina ye hu ye smoothness level so that from Supreme Court nya kase wie pe na chesa ade no eno ani ye hu ye level
Ghana Montie Ghana Montie Ghana Montie Ghana Montie Ode Sampapo Kasiapo Kowakata Monsa Amaya Se Kasiawaye Onye Yimu Nukretrodo Kamadile Kamadile Bo Nitafe Mumayentie Kasiawaje 100.9
Kwesi Monkwe
Utie oha extra punk no.
Needs FM.
The show wa eja oba ene nkonkron dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Injija woman malaria enka won to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a cope.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a two malaria sententem.
FDA ahwehwesa ejede nkrato yi ajatum se eye. Utie oha extra punk no.
Needs FM.
Atankonwa penu fona kwasi aboagye darling boy. Ensem hudu omo agintadua. Eyi ekugu ewemu a. Inya misa. Ghana Montie efi Neat FM so.
Well, so studio no hanum saying Alhaji Ali Suraj of the NPP belongs to the communication team and Richard Manoribi also of the NDC National Communication Team at Transem. Here's Samuel Usu, a free year, the National Director of Communication for LPG Amayoko no Sababe Karen. Saban paying for me ni Alhaji Ali Suraj and Richard Manoribi at Transem that anti ye babe share common as say minchi omona ni akare infanto as Richard.
Yeah.
I say.
Jerry, me here.
Go ye.
Be overcall. You know, ending.
Then MC2 enemy our friend me ayama. Friend me Jerry ayama.
Asemo na also Mac Jerry not agent na friend Jerry. There no problem. Darling boy.
Ali.
Yeah, now can I some message?
Yeah, Ma'am Ali.
I'm in charge you. Maybe meet you. Me brandy. Me never feel so. I did what to say. Yeah, open us some. Radio sooner is doing the right thing now. Now more feel it. But later. Obi whom your office be a Togo near way.
Na no mi hu say nam video bi a mi on social media. Mi hu say nam Times Square honum say.
Him say be kwa ba. O honum no. O fanche me.
We saw nam Times Square honum say ah. Why you shows bi na? And I'm say bi no no more life for Times Square.
Yeah, unim say once a while. Therapy need there.
Yeah.
So confirm because
no correct.
Ya no mutu wono ma. You call left, you call right, you left. A headache. To not ekakra na. Papa. Ma min chia o do for na tifio yin.
Jesus.
Need FM yeah pa.
Jesus. Well, so Richard yan sha se mfi bem se nkomo ya wi esisi then na ya ba beji budgeting komo because me sure say budgeting komo no yesi a yenya wie nti say yentimi anti we emfi ho no mo say tewa wan hwe na yentimi anka wan asem daily graphic enim ho no mo say the two in court over MP's immunity. I'm sure sadie we brebia na shebeja fo hu beba asem na akwa so kebeti na MPC wo immunity na ntimi nchino na ntimi serve criminal charges. Richard anamoya enuanu atui se na timao
dale mo akwasa ABOAGYE ma me for feed cases in chair and chair tifo nyina
tifo juice
ese ma feel kakra for some time now
no create issue che
constituency ni regional adjuma na yente no and then in Sunday na yedi me wie around the northern region yes aboba
okay
say some weeks ago kwala bi ka student bi consume many some of the MPs ni former ministers of state and some former ambassador Muslim abungba enyina itimi ko northern region ho
okay
chia busia for ma busia for nyina yakọ
that's nice
yasa beduru adwuma no ya start e be adwuma no so
eno ani
ma won say MPP for na ketie na was start attack to munya botre na oh missing MPP for na ketie was start attack on da bia me catch say anka adwuma no de anka me na me na anka be jai
na ke aseni obibi o
was started for or chat attack who so adwuma ya so mun kayo bi adwuma so obi amfiu eso na ma no na me chan kwanta south ni oti region for nyina His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, oba commander in chief of Ghana Armed Forces why be that dalimbo so nchi ni Ghana for nyina MP's immunity woka no idea hadwen honestly idea constitutions no constitutional mandate say a member of parliament almost if you are on your way to parliament and on your or coming returning from parliament it means you are on official duty and you need to be only police wasama they can invite you but even the same law the procedure in parliament the MP against the law and just say member of parliament is against the law but laws need the procedure be or obefa obetimi arrest the speaker member of parliament just say you as a police service and any agency be on here member of parliament somebody to no muslim any of the security agency you can write to parliament you write to clerk of parliament not speaker ama order then they can release the member of parliament to weigh to those agencies are not make me can wasam make clear the case of Sosu and the police service and say yeah member of parliament it was a Sunday obibeka say at that Sunday no do member of parliament go to parliament what is here obibeka bisa but no Sosu at that time no see he was going on a parliamentary tour as a member of parliament in this constituency at the end of the day you could clearly see say he was on an official duty in parliament. Can you arrest such a person? In any case, sometimes parliament wait mark or break. In that even that case, no, the select committees of parliament so committee meetings. And in the committee meeting, that doesn't really mean say on parliamentary duties and now. Bonus answer some member of parliament almost taking advantage on the law. Say, or any them can over them say police for shower. No, or see me ba. Or Jaria from the court, I shall now find a jalabi. I shall. Parliament, you can arrest him. And also, So on also to the baby now, and now to the baby so or children no or enjoyment. Now who bows over and oh, I am just on my way from parliament or on my way to parliament. I come because if I'm going from somewhere to my parliament and I'm hungry, I can't eat.
Abuse be all.
Abuse be sometimes and so and I think say and confirm with the case where the court Supreme Court. The Superior Court, the mandate of the Supreme Court is to what? To interpret the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I believe, say, Supreme Court no be interpreted because they won't know, say, the court of competent jurisdiction there, in Supreme Court, no. In as much as we have court of public opinion, but the court of competent jurisdiction is the bundle law, and they interpreted the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And to me believe it, say, at the end of the day, no due diligence will be done, and Supreme Court did not as when you know na wie ye so the assembly be na wie ye nyina wie no bia on smoothness level so many police many MPB or asem na me call police station I also know say the procedure na be chine no I will be able to follow it na MP no so say the limit so near on so be hu say he will know how to enjoy his immunity and the limitation of his immunity no I think we are in a democratic country and we use the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana so with this and the Superior Court no I think that all this matter will put at rest.
That's Richard Manoribe of the NDC. And before I call Alaji Ali Suraj, so my main man, yes, some of the USUFE of the LPG, Akwaba, chances. Akwaba.
Yeah,
Eko ye dear.
And shut down Koye Sabat.
Ebeye. Maybe so now Yababe here, yes, 2 in the court, MP's immunity. Alaji, I mean, you, Sasemi, and you know, the court, Supreme Court.
Well, said American, I'm a chair Ghana for Vice President of the Ghana, the most humble serving Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Morning is the President. Yeah. Do baby as he said, yeah, they will GDA say, baby are not another danko for the Eddie Ghana icon. At the end of the day. Here Ghana for nyina na ebi mu ne be ya adwene ene ebi mu beti ase bebi ananka wodi Ghana opese wodi Ghana be ko na china because say nimre so no nimre ta ne tam no bia ekwakoye mrasam bia e start chobo ya obohu say good citizen of the country bi be lead yan hwani emfa yiye dey entu yi na and a member of the parliament. Also, may are very careful of when it comes to law. Because law is very sensitive. Say member of parliament. Na ya kase. Okoni girlfriend wakra na o kochina. To free parliament na or for parliament. It means he's performing the duty of the parliament. Any distinction between the walking distance, parliament's walking distance. Because he say no, I say confused. Because he say Nipano, minimum say we MP, you belongs to your constituency. I say Nipa biya we ejima biya we timi fa off me boa. Betimi aba say offing day. Betimi aba say that day no you have something personal. Betimi aba say community ni clean up. So community bibi na omo invite you in the name of member of parliament come and act as parliamentarian as a member of parliament. And so but so mu your man there now officer in the essence of you being there it will help your political career na ebeboa ma next election o ma kaya ka say you are very humble. And so ni nyina no said ya mebra kai me ne nyina ntimi ntena ha and explain what is this law. The law of this country now has become serious thing. I will be very careful because I see in ITS say, I would radio issue now, who be some question. A question beyond also baby son. Mra, I'm out quite say, question be dear, who to me so where they will be Sammy. And te me meda or more day constitution or more coma, more church, more Ghana for you now. Men and I be out to see another dear so abaso. But who say, a castle ye MPA, nine chessa who shall be our council, now bonasum. Now, I'm quite so called parliament. Now, head you will be now. If you know, I say, me a member of parliament, me perform the duty of being a member of parliament. Mra and the main dini. Said not Debbie and Tessa. Then you know, a page, Monty, a good behavior. the Ghana for ya TSS say you be conduct your very well. Issue be say ba she say and this a canino na obi didi obi atam so TSS here. And na uka A obi be ka say B C D no dey aka ho. But ye nyina ye dey court the court the judgment but say they say A and B and a member of the parliament obeya ebema aban ene wontimi ye den and a police ni ntimi bechewa ye nyina ya clear ntimi one day na me be MP which I'm praying say one day I also become a member of parliament nti me too college that uni me no dey metu no okoso ba for my metu you know o uncle I say o pretend no metu no oh one day na anya akunya so na matu na Collins Dada na mahun say near misua ye no eno na mekwa act in the public domain because a very sensitive my brother this is a very sensitive thing say me no to a radio me ba radio program police ni bia ye me adom me danase me shia no na traffic aso red the see reform na me ko chia no na me ka chen say me ba need to my late obetimi aboa me ana and we consider me eno no so onum say mama anye de man disrespect mra no ana me boa ma pa cha ana ye wa de wa do me because me ba need FM eba be kasa ma Ghana for atie betimi aka say me so me ba perform state duty because it's also involve the people of the country oh it's a mishia o kwanso na mitika mu na me ba need FM na o shia me amehead o bisa me awo me kwakope but that is not where we stand. Ghana, the system is changing. Ghana is moving forward. Member of the parliament must be respected. MPs, we respect them. But the law of the country too must be respected according to the way I am an animal. Atena say no ma dream say or mine and calling like that. I see a teacher man who ye said a bear ye nyina ye de ye di ye be day every 2 years. Ye I perceive the 2 year in tea and then and now untimi say na untimi did obi atam just like that. And then celebrities omo no momo politicians ya num ye ho obia teachers omo no momo pastors and now go church kura enya hallelujah bia na amanfo eka because so omo say mra no e sha say eba kai eba sa at the end of the day obia ehu said ye odi ye etu ye the media me bompa say Supreme Court the best judgment e dia ba amama hu say me shia MP a na me no koto kobi ye to mankani no ye me boni a metimi am ya che no because ohonom no me so me a citizen na me beto kobi and ono so a citizen na o beto kobi manenfa member of the parliament name no enka so perform duty nti no afa ha beto kobi nti ma police na ye dey enche no
me dasi Alhaji Ali Suraj of the MPP no atene kan ma membra Samuel Osu free of the LPG na mintie no sa na moya Ghana de hye mienu atui emode ade aba ye chinyinye MPs immunity ho enkomai ami mintie we
yo baba jano pay me chia producers ne production team ni nyina
Joso
na match leader and founder of Liberal Party of Ghana Percival Kofi Apalu the next president of Ghana baba je emra ye emra se emra no ebekora abrabo na ye bon enti omana emra ni mu no na je se oman no enyo oman political science omachira we say nyama ema state state no baako territory baako people as the population and afi your constitution and your government and sovereignty and your manumi and a kabom na state and inti Ghana mamra 1992 constitution and no and a chira o man ni so ade hunu said the person ye o man no efa enti amra bia no esa ebenya ne tumi ene na no yi efri constitution ni mu na your constitution no amaye 3 arms of government yawo the legislature mo na emra hye badwa ene yawo judiciary mo na etrechre mra nim the interpretation of the law ene yawo the executive na enforce law no enti the executive so on enforce law na legislature no aye no yama no tumi bia ye friend the coercive powers obetimi eyi ye ka wa fire beti ɔno na ɛwɔ tumi sɛ ɔde mmara no ɛyɛ adwuma ɛna executive no de ne tumi ni bi ama ɛyɛ deɛ fɛ no police sɛ police wo na wobɛyɛ the day-to-day administration work of the state ɛno nti wɔghana ha yɛte no the traffic light ɛnyɛ adwuma a ɛyɛ police ɛna ɛfrɛ wɔn ma wɔbɛgyina hɔ sɛ car ɛbɔ obi ɛto nkwankyɛn baabi a police obi ewuda mbɔtɛmu baabi a ɛyɛ police obi ne yere enya ntɔkɔ a ɛbɛ akɔwie police sɛ the day-to-day administration ne deɛ ɛyɛ police adwuma ɔde mmara no ɔyɛ enforce no nti police ɛwɔ tumi sɛ obi biara wobɛyɛ bɔne etia mmara no ɔkyew sɛ onam hɔ a onyɛ bɔne biara no police ntumi mba sɛ ɔbɛkyew ɛno nti ɛna mmara no sɛ abere bi a police ni yɛba bɛkye obi no ɛwɔ sɛ ɔka bɔne a nipa no ayɛ kyerɛ no sɛ ɛyɛ ɔra akwasi aboagye mekyew ɛsan sɛ ɔyɛ abranteɛ bi a ɔka no kra dodo na wo nso ɛfɛ dodo nti mekyew na wate aseɛ sɛ ne okay wei nti na police sɛ wɔkye me anasɛ bi a ɔra free yi yɛsɛ wo otɔn ɛyɛ wi nti yɛkyew na yɛakye me yɛde wobɔne a wayɛ no yɛka kyerɛ yɛbɔ ɔkɔ adu aha ɛno nti sɛ member of parliament ɛyɛ bɔne a hwan na ɛsɛ ɔkye no ɛyɛ police sɛ judge ɛyɛ bɔne a ɛyɛ police na ɛsɛ ɔkye no obiara a wobɛyɛ mfomsuo biara no police ɛna ɛhɔ kwan ɔwɔtumi so na ɔkɔbɔ ɔkɔ adu ɛno nti parliamentarians na ɔmoyɛ mmara no ɔmoyɛ mmara no ɛduru mmara bi na ɔmoyɛ mmara bi sɛ mmara wei deɛ ɛyɛ privileges enti mmara wei no deɛ ɛmbɔ yɛn ho ban ɔmo na ɛyɛ mmara no but ɔmo yɛ mmara no wieɛ no ɔmo wura fi sɛ constitution no so sɛ mmara na ɛyɛ parliament for mo ma yɛ no ɛnyɛ mo na mo bɛkyerɛ mmara nim ɛyɛ judiciary ɛyɛ court ɛna bɛkyerɛ mmara nim ɛno nti judiciary no ɛna bɛkyerɛ sɛ mmara yɛ parliament for yɛɛ no sei ni ɛna teɛ sei ni ɛna kyerɛ ɛno nti wanhwɛ na woyɛ parliamentarian na wanhwɛ bɛdwen sɛ na meyɛ mmara no nti ɛte mmara no ase sen deɛ ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mmara nim but wɔ ɛyɛ constitution no wɔde tumi a de kyerɛkyerɛ mmara nim no ama ɛyɛ court no ɛne na me nua Marubi kae no ɔno na ɛyɛ of competent jurisdiction ɛno nti mɛsrɛ sɛ mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ mu yɛ nipa te sɛ yɛn a yɛsɛ obi bɛyɛ panyin a yɛyi ne firi dɔm mu na yɛde n'aba abɛdi panyin dibia ɛdeɛ na mɛma polisi akɔsɔ ɔkɔkye parliamentarian na yɛ sɛ parliamentarian no ayɛ bɔne wayɛ biribi etia mmara ɛno nti ɛna police ɛwɔ ho tumi so ɔkɔkɔkye no ɛnti sɛ parliamentarian ɔmpɛ sɛ police bɛtaataa wo na wadwane akɔhyɛ mmara akyi a ɛneɛ ɛnyɛ bɔne ntia mmara no because wo a woyɛ mmara no ɔsɛ atwa ho kɔfo mmara no deɛ a ɛna na kyerɛ sɛ woanyɛ ne yie koraa ɛno nti asɛm no ɛyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ anuanom de akɔdan kɔ na court ɛba abɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu na no meka asɛm bi me se ɛsɛ ɛyɛ 3 arms of government no obi apɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔno ne neɔne o obi apɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ ɛne nti adu baabi a executive no so tumi kyerɛ ɛyɛ judiciary ne sɛ mo makatua nyina yɛ kora ne yɛde ba mo allowances nyina yɛ ne yɛde ba polisifoɔ ɛbɔ mo ho ban nyina yɛ ne ɛma mo bɛbɔ mo ho ban ɛne nti wei no ɛyɛ very 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 delicate issue mpanyimfoɔ anya asɛm nti mɛsrɛ sɛ mpanyimfoɔ ɔmo mfa mmara ɛne nyansa ne nimdeɛ ɛnyɛ nsiesie nyɛ saa na sɛ ɔmo anhwɛ yie na 3 arms of government no ɛkɔmmɔ ɔmo ho kwan na saa fraction na mehu sɛ ɛsɔre no ɛgye nhini a anhwɛ a yɛsɛ a house divided against itself cannot stand man obesi for now
me da say so some of those who are free of the LPG now in Ghana pay or sa MP's immunity ho and komo akopie Supreme Court Ghana this year you know and hon komo ni edin mo fan cheme for say messages no me tablet no menya ohaka kra ho so we working on it tomu making kind message ni biama but the ankoso ye nto aso na again Richard Ben Shass infuse so now otwe mu Speaker of Parliament to the budget 2022 at the Koto Ghana for near nim and common the door so main shots here Bia any person can who be
everybody. A would year budget and I buy no.
Ajinkwa.
Oh, I would year budget. I would a wood year budget and Kasankas.
Diana ye would you.
That budget to a more dangerous than coronavirus ever. From next year, we are going to face a severe and a serious pandemic, a chain global pandemic this year. A budget head by a clear a wood year budget ever. And to Ghana Besa Cemetery. Say, I'm sure. Now, I'm to know my year answer in minimum and prevent it. I've been bonny way out. At this another global national pandemic about any idea be entire collective responsibility. And the person many LPG for communication director. Also, Brabaji Ukasa Copa, Minofia, una also entertainment association who influence pa and Rana Mekai Tamay. We can some news spot Abia, is it Fredima, whatever his name is. Or kind of the history, not time now, you know, piece of a or so no more in a few and so you are very powerful. But that's a news spot I never make. So how powerful you are in this country. And saying you answer minimum now young coming together. Young coming together as people. Now young prevented this pandemic budget. Remember see Okrumuha. And yes, I need to better version for Ghanaians to live. And the answer year from January to February, March, Ghana will be like a cemetery. And I would year budget here by idea. I say you know sorry. Rabaji, me power chopper.
Diana my year would ye. Diana budget me too.
You will come higher who a Jumapa budget, and I'm boy. You will come higher who about a pa budget. Or would you buy us a Jumapa? Then you Jumapa and your batampa budget. After the ever drew the a wood year budget nearby. You will come a bang you buy in the previous government budget. I mean, you a apprentice budget. Okay, or such a man's abuse recorded your parliament. I told you say it was a apprentice budget. Omu impose tax to esu. Omu say ntua COVID-19 levy. Omu say ntua bola tax no ma bia di tax be ka ho ma e. Ma yenya ga na fa nyina agya atum say yes e betua. Man penisi we are in a difficult time ye tua aska we ya bra bo be yie ama nyina ka. Abaje. Sa tax nya ye tua ye be sin dey di akwase sai. Ni nyina ye nim be bia akwase sai de ne adru pa ni say you do the pick now. I buy as a pushing more tax into Ghanaians, and that is why me I'm afraid of. I buy the digital tax buyer. I buy in the digital tax now. I buy the categorizing about 3 or 4 times of tax. I say the remittances tax. Meaning, at least right. What I broach about Galam says something about Ghana. When him say I broach out movie, no brain up when you're sicker. That's all this kind of remittances bagana ha. Yeah, taxes can do that. After a bancy, was ever tax 1.73 5% of that money again. Yes, sir. Me this kind of flower brochure, me to Adru Ghana. Some about see me Ghana, you 2-bedroom apartment. Have to account tomorrow, no more 1.75%. Mr. Kwasa me call bank, I go use kind of suicide, Mr. Bakoye Bibino. A bench of better tax bill. And the tax by imposing on the foreigners. You know him say about 30 billion now through remittances last year. They said in here so amount for music and bagana bio. The Department Prevention on the Vinyan Scabia Tones and that's about Togo and now Benana to Cote d'Ivoire. You will not invest there. You will not bring the money to the nation for this tax measure. And then when you get a bank transfer tax. It's so dangerous. They say in that year, you know him say because of mobile interoperability, no. Yet me push and pull. And me music go MTN mobile money mono. Bet your tax also. Me send this go mobile money, bet you 1.7
from where you were.
From me can't tell me go to Komono. Me say me transfer to me mobile money so I have to pay tax. You are aware of it. And me transfer say me sitting there, me police ask from my account into my bank account. I need to pay tax again.
You won't.
I will pay tax about it and pay 1.75% of it again.
But you if you
say so can suno. Me see me transfer from me about mobile money. Mami from me here. Me see me done Rabaji mami come asam.
Nya so tu.
Asa woni me kai.
Utu futuro
go. And the same time say me transfer my account mu asa ba me mobile money mu asa ka withdraw scan bioma. I must pay an internal tax again.
That's not correct.
So that is what it is.
That's not correct.
What is it again?
So Enra Deputy Finance Minister Chechim was say who transfer from a bank account to your wallet, you won't pay. From your wallet to a bank account,
so what is the bank transfer you're talking about again? Yeah, we're talking about bank transfer. Who know? And to me ATM card and then we call Akramo.
Richard, in particular for Mutie na me o kan sem na me say. Deputy Minister now of Chichim, John Kuma Chichim or Ochim, or say from your bank account to your wallet, it is not affected by the 1.75%.
Okay.
From your wallet to a bank account, it is not affected by the 1.75%.
Now, but you wouldn't say, and then me using my ATM card, say me go shopping now. Any money that will be transferred from that shopping to the vendor, I have to pay tax. You are aware? And to me ATM card, I me call bank transfer, me go to your card, me go to your transactions. No, I must pay tax again. And to look at it from my wallet to this one, I'm not going to pay. No, in what sense I would tell you? But when I'm depositing for the Momo, I pay. And to me free Momo, they call me bank account, I pay. So if I'm withdrawing, I'm not paying there. That one I may consider that to be sometimes true, but I don't even have the fact on that. So the tax imposition is too much. Right? I bank can say me say. Me the make say in the government or person pay mpuntu okromu social construction economy. What you say? Government of Ghana at the contract is 30 billion. I mean you can say. I bank it next year. Kind of allocation so the to your house can 1.9 billion. All the construction, I must say year of road in no man.
1 minute more.
How about you? Now, I think I can come 10 minutes.
Mess about Subium until 1 minute.
Now, who pass it, social abandon the budget tomorrow. Next year, Abansi or Aqua Euro bond of $1 billion. Ediaba. The same Abansi say, or say a Aqua borrow 3.37 billion Ghana cedi. As I say, your death stocks more. Meanwhile, we have exited the dogs. That's all. Until by the end of next year, now government of Ghana will owe over 200 billion. They have imposed a lot of burden on us. But I wouldn't budget here by year. Any day more. Yeah, there's no hope for this country. The Ghana
okay.
But here as NDC and them and in Parliament and in as a nation, we are concerned all Ghanaians will come on board. All this unreasonable tax, let us restrict it. Because the government of Ghana is rating almost 70 billion US dollar, 70 billion Ghana cedi by next year for the those tax. And you know what they're going to do? What is that? The government have exited all the supplementary payment and collateralize it. Then they will go in for more loans than impose on ordinary person. When it's Assassin John Dramani Mahama, Sabah Power as the President of the Republic of Ghana, with the little we borrowed and we did a lot, you will see that we'll make a progressive nation take this country.
Okay, that's Richard Manorebe, NDC, and Alhaji Ali Suraj, NPP, Maminti Alhaji, budget, 2022 budget, Ajinkwa budget.
Ajinkwa budget of hope, budget to restructure the good economy of the country, budget to rebuild the structure of Ghana, budget that will give hope of the next generation of this republic, Ghana.
I said, Eddie Amudia to see there.
Ajinkwa.
I just said, yeah, you see, if you don't save your life, sort of.
You see, you can't say Ajinkwa. Ubetimi start to make for 5 years. We are doing baby a colon, no abre. So you need somebody to save you. Either to give you water, to energize your body, to energize your speed, so that you will reach where you wanted to go.
5 years and some mama
na say ye 5 years no nko kai o bra kai if ye ni see ye berenti dan nti ye dan no se de be ya menua bi a wote dade so aba so nkwa obetimi aba wono so ba beda dan no mu bi ko fili se de ma fili o current dan u wi anu anya ska de ati esiwa wo fie mebo a nti ya age nkwa ebeji ye nkwa na Suraj Neat FM so no say age nkwa a dear na Suraj meaning by what he said. On say NDC for there minim at the property ya omohwehwe no Jubilee House but well a democracy yet one of the MP for there no obi fi say we disagree with that so the court me boa minua yeka ajinkwa budget tie miye ebi a NDC for focus so the taxes of mobile money me boa taxes of mobile money na yeka no Edian effective ana edian faso ena de beba Ghana omudi mfuturo egu Ghana fo enim percentage bi na o ma quote omo nkyerɛkyerɛ the value of that percentage no obohu ana wa hama kyerɛ omo no ebekɔ gold ye nkae nkɔkwana na mo mekɔ gold na ye nana ne omo nana na be benefit o ene Kwame Nkrumah ni o ene Kwame Nkrumah woni ho ene Lieutenant JJ Rawlings woni ho ene Atamis woni ho echira ebe na ba se jo mama ni nana ado omo so mu ni ho ye nana no mo daache e de ye build isa wo be gi dia ebe ko obotomu nti na wona na daache aside ya e de yina ne yeti Ghana adenti na so age make asa esi taxes ni 1.75% mebwa na finance minister metie no was see in the budget no in that taxes na ye tua no enye 1.75 no na be ko aban ho. That should be the clear distinguish. When you are UTME.
Me too.
And yet that particular money no and never call a buying hole. The ever call a buying hole no. A year 0.1%. Yeah, sir, you make and one deputy minister can. The finance minister, deputy finance minister, John Kuma, your car no. Eye de wo budget no mu pa de a ene ye Ghana for muntie ni ye o ye di mfuturo ene edi egu Ghana for enim that particular sika we e de na ebe ye mfaso ben na ebe ma Ghana for ena moto no musi nkato boot aye frame no me enyi to boot enframe na bibi and she is a human being that will see the mistake and correct that mistake. Say utakotema me mfa baby anka say utakotema my motorway haya because of 50 pesos. Obitimi lusu ni sika worth to $1 billion because we kotama traffic light achi 1111 city age no. But one city na age de bia ye car road fund sika nio contractors ye utu onu mini NDC to onu obebie na no ase contractors o honey baller ye nyina politician ye de ye baller e kogum. Okay, contractors are Ghana for because so contractors na air road no road fan na sika toll booth ni nyina generate Ghana for muntie o generate dia amaya ye sugar kope amaya ye ashanti region
me so be actual social media say kaswa toll booth no o matum su traffic no ko fie na e kwan no so nya goto
oh set traffic no at least I reduce. You see, you to me be perfect too, but it will reduce. And I mean, and then the whole toll booth I was Ghana. Sika no munya a year. 7.8 million Ghana cedis a year. Minya, UTME. There were 275 constituency. But they call Swansea constituency a year. That 7.8 million way. Entimi ya even photos ahead I was Ashanti region crying now. Entimi ya road a war ababu yemfa say road a war ababu between the Gombalai wura Mamad Zero ho. Oba mama obi haya mama obi from Nima market one no ya road bia at least aside 8 million scanning enye ni nyina adwin ben na bae you say ye taxes na at the end of the year ye benya 50 million Ghana cedis ebeboa road fund ebeboa ama at least it will increase on the expansion of the road system in Ghana here rather than debia ye sorry aye ne mu nyina ya no mu. And I only the danger part of it. Minim the reason here NDC ekasa samui. Omutuo they are complaining about the budget. Your car almost say oh when they come they will be better than MPP. Na mini ya unkai. Obi aye taxi adia e won faso kra at least adia e beboa ama ye dia ye bibi kra. And then boys na de try enum kakra kra condom kra mo taxi ye condom common condom mo taxi ye e dey na mo di condom sika ye And then me new kasai. And this is for CDI. Almost CDI will be better than us. Na me unim ade a misro the new person a wonye bi da ebi as a person no feel say the idea now or no poor because he has never been into government before. Then John Dramani Mahama, the former president of the Republic of Ghana, waye o mampeni da ewo Ghana nti budget ya waye bi da o Ghana for Montie the same budget ya waye bi da o. So does he have something better than us? I didn't know 1 year. A car. Oh, and now Besaba biome. And then may a car ketesia or maba new car bewa. We are moving forward. But please, be and dream kwanya befaswa. You better restructure the country, no. Emi desa o kasa me for America. Let's go back to America. Oko shop now oko to adia. They tax you small. Oko full car. They tax you small. And then me know sorry. The next thing I ever can say, me call London. The next thing I ever can say, me call US. My brother, you know the kind of years are US and London omo building omo chrome. They use the same taxes we a building omo chrome. But say idea be back na taxes near the can na say wo hwe na be boam pumtum juma o Ghana. Don't think about your political interest. Think about the nation interest. I know say they are desperate to come to power, but sometimes they should be fair and justice for the country.
1 minute no see from.
Eye ka say minua. Say otini America na say. 7.8 million Ghana cedis. And Emma Ghana for a lusu musika. Na sa sika we ayeji MTN omuji dadao. And so it go to MTN. It doesn't come to Ghana. It doesn't benefit Ghanaians. Masa, what is not true? MTN. Oh, send me the American based on the fact. Just like that.
The service providers only take 1% of the
propaganda.
But you, government of Ghana, is taking 1.75% of it. Mujis can look at MTN for the
we are America, the American, and one America. Me, someone don't talk again.
Alaji Kosumi too.
Who tell me? First now, MTN air taxi Ghana for no. MPP for Yamba Mekacho, we are using that money for road. Today, we want to be fair and justice to Ghanaians. Say, we want to benefit out of that to rebuild your road. That's why we call it Year of Roads. What one must say Year of Roads? Oh, power buying. I don't know what buying to one declare Year of Roads. Me, what I want is stop negativities and let's all come together and build the country because why ye bida ma ye bida. And ye new. And then nkamudi obifu frokra na eba nka feel say nipa no meba wa fa me 2 minutes ade ma nka nipa no me feel say bia sa nipa no ebia. Let me quote former John Dramani Mahama, former president, was say na ye tiabonti ye ka president he je hu asam ye nye bida ye be ye bia and ye hu de betie say ye bida ye hu sa de tie. We are now in governance, so we know what is good for the country. But stop painting things black. Ghana for who say this 1.75% we end up Ghana for. That is not how it is.
Okay.
Ghana, Sasika we are taxi. Only Sika ebeko Ghana. 0.1% and ebeko Ghana.
I know. We are interested in say yeah, TN 1.75, and you're interested.
And about say yes, we are interested.
We don't know about 0.something%. One a catch 0. This percent near Ghana. One a catch us. Alaji one a catch us.
May catch up. Finance minister cannot.
What's it there? Finance minister
ask how we Ghana account.
Neko one account.
1.7.
Sikano 1.75. What the coin? What the coin? I'm telling you. Don't even men no say MTN. It's not that. So say telephones now say it's not only MTN.
No, but you don't even bring the.
No, Richard. No. Unya host. Unya host. Richard, you are not the host. I am doing my thing. Balaji, but you mami.
Entibinia, omunjai se omudi futuro edi gu Ghana fo eni.
Once you jai se odi futuro gu Ghana fo eni.
Ese wa brabo, enti
se dia. Uti obetun abra.
Se dia tie bia o se odi nanu agum. Ba nya hwe mo ho obeboa me eya hwe.
Bedase. Richard. Alaji the Richard we are
going to restructure the country and rebuild the country. Said the bear etina. So boy dia no boy di pa. And that 2 year free me can me expect say move boy and sama because ya there.
Mesa Basubio. Alaji pacho. Alaji Mami Samuel and so emblem na minti nkaka sam minti.
Babaje. Budget there. 1992 ebesine. Ya budget ya. And so the question say baby o man no edru no na hwe budget ahodo ayaye na budget no nyina no be hwe na Accra Kumasi road wom na over 20 something years Accra Kumasi road ye nyanwie na ama yemu bi wo ho a ye gidie ewo budget mu no ewo form kakra esan say ehunu bi pentia na sa budget ya jenkwa budget te debi budget no Richard Kasembi o say o he allocation na ya de ama se infantry contractors kana esha ABOAGYE no kwasem ne say ahokyere aba bimnum su nyina ye contractors ayentu amoka no kwasem pa contractors ayentu amoka no ya de a ha dwen papa na abrebia government to be delay in the payment of contractors no na ema eka abande omo no esa kosoro ye fe bi delay payment and nti se wo betua afa wo betua delay payment na de aka ho and nti be project a enka se kosia bi abe 10 million cedis no ebe wie kire na akwa kosia bi abe 11 point something million ade a hapa and nti be de eba no contractor side na budget no many anje ho sa eno na nchen tax ya sema Richard Erezi ye na Alaji so try say obe chechem kakra no the 0. something % na kwa aban ho a ene na the rest of the money na ebe ko he so enti e kan ni nyina ba aban ho kra de anka me anhame te say ebe ko ba bia a besine Alaji akasa batotimi nkyerɛ me bia eko eto de e ya depa eto ya depa na eto gigye no eno ni problem ba kwa ye wo Ghana ha ezan se ekwa fa so gigye to no sinto bebre ewom ze bia me ka se eye Ghana Revenue Authority for me yankofo ba ko a no kwasem ne se omadwuma no edi omani nya ewo kwan bi so ABOAGYE be ka maka hada me ya dwuma ba bi be 1 year me temi pay as you earn yet me regular constant but time so ya me copy tax clearance certificate me koye no na omunti aka prekra and when na monitor I ensure say companies ahodo a woso mutua to no mutua ye hwe informal sector na sika manfo enya empo mo efi amode man han sika omunya ene islegon dan ye be de jo $2,000 $3,000 a month oba ko han dan yes ye je ko La Paz near jo single room 350 Ghana cedis a month now I g 2 years no je no emu sempoa taku anadama enko aban ho miwa emra se e wo se omutua to e wo rent ni so rent tax ada na monjeje no enkofo bebre afom ho di e wo to ho empo companies bi wo ho a okọ na omutua o ka yes withholding tax oma withhold ya so omuntua ma aban no nipa bi ko hu na ofete na ye pane kakrama na no atwa akire eno ya ade a ekutia ya ama yentimi mobilize sika yi ena bio nso kakra na yetimi mobilize no Ghana for dodo na hu say wastage na e system ni mo doso eni ntia na okọ aye state institutions bi wo ho a kasa ya to ye de Ghana sika to na omojeje ye no atogu ono kas ni si ho a airpro etete meanwhile police for air cop duty a amofo trotro with AK-47 ene ukọ ayi enya Ghana parliament animo for court ho na omo park gallopers egu ho for bare 20 years aye de oman no ye etu ato ye sika atogu ho enu nti se ya hwe aye wastage na tadie sika kakra na moji free ho no mo sai no na eya na ya se ye betua bia ka ho enu eya America ne land amodi example ni nyina no moto no motwia no eya adwumo eho ye road construction a ye na nopa awia anadwo da suom enti ade abeche no na kwan ne da so yaye na ye kwa anim the traffic eba Ghana no enye to boot kra to boot the contribution to traffic no eye be 3% Abeka junction ha
sure say enye na dey
afawaje a free cycle eba bedru eye achibota me pa to boot wa enfa a free 37 eba ebedru eye abofu ha untem to boot a wo ho a free adenta eba eye friend say Shangri-La untem to boot a wo ho enti a traffic e wo ho sa
tie we mami amembra
aho say Nkofo say there be revenue from road to Ghana yesen. Me tea figure no na jese me hu say ehu ni mfa so 78 million cedis. Oh, yes. Enti no na traffic jam a o cause so. Jam nyina. Trotro bi o person conference a o ko ba ko pe because wa ko di road to lechi. Eni nipa bi a obi kora no yare. Eni look the inconvenience is a cause no. Yeah. You must free the system to enable people operate freely. And if a man you no yes, oh yeah, there be a scan no ocean, there be. Obo no krana traffic jam kra odimwa. They come according to me. He can't stand this type of traffic.
Ye free system no and someone else say. Traffic jam send you or of my full king.
Traffic jam. Oro safuma for mo community traffic jam. Omudi. Why?
Omudi ma dia men ka me pacho. Omudi traffic.
Send one kasama no. O kasama.
Entebia kasama yen. But o kasama no dia dabi.
Dabi on ka bi.
Because omo
safuma.
Dabi. Oh me
see what traffic.
Say me pesa me be traffic bo no. Me mpesa osafumafo bebia ni mfie du no odi traffic mu sa me mpesa papa ni mfie 72 years me papa odi traffic ma na etete me cause me abrant ya kra no me di traffic mu na ma fie me free adwuma makodu fie bia na me yare asa me ntiapo because fumes no no kra but anya toll booth no na create traffic ya o kwan bebre o ha traffic so a toll booth bia nsi ho
ya no nto asumo
and ntimi ko den ka me expect say oh toll no Anka okay, mo say okay, say to boot no na create traffic no in some way na mu ye free wa. To tua ne de ni si ejai. Ni si ejai. Enu ntino anka mo betumi de aba be hye ebia eye vehicle registration mu roadworthy no ho. And I can say for a fact say 78 million na mo so mo kan. Ghana enya no sa be times 10. Nine na amun sanka no ene so nkomo mani di ekire because aboaje that you do your friend say kasa tobut na ye ticket ni ma mpacha o chekere say de ma no papa
me share am hwe so
mun kan tell me o be verify say de ma no 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 so de ma
magic paper na mko
enti akwanya mo fa so gigi ska no eno na maska ko di nkofo bi wo me say obi ka che me say memu ano no nya adwuma I'm saying, you might be na opesa or police and I say, I see that be to boot. Mete shock. I'm to boot. I say, oh, bra, to boot. Yo, I know I can't obi gire. Okoye jumo to boot ni ade no ato taxi amani kunu no wato asase o mu say to boot. Omudi sika no go bobotom. Enti ona na nka me hwe digitalization betimi solve that problem no. Neska na eliki oto no ho no anka aba aban ho. Eno na nchen ska de kwan na road fund for no so munisika. Road wadi na yetua ni nyina na kwan. Enko DVL ho. Road wadi ni nyina sika no service charge na DVL forje. Ba sika no chunk no eko national road fund. But because ekwan ye yenye ni ye. Ekwan mu ho yakoso akoso because ekwan no omunya ni ye. Ntesi na asan na esa ba ye bio. Besi within 4 years sebetimi aya Ghana akwan nyina. Aye ni ye. Because ekwan mi wo ho a enye ko ta na ese dugusu. Ebi wa ayabo keke. Near the ayabo afefa so na tintim because gates ne danchen no. Why ekwan more trouble. Me call how boy say Libya quarters area ho ba bi. And I'm going to say, oh, my, yes, I can't be. And I'm a catch, Madame Family, so she voted on, they be a queen, I can't watch them. Oh, a binner. I think I have the picture on my phone. I'll show it to you. And budget as I call myself Napco for. I say, yes, I'm more 1 year. What? No.
They are going through exit.
Oh, I'm say you are more 1 year.
No, they are going through exit.
Almost a month now. Almost exit.
They say I'm more 1 year extension.
Oh no. Why? Any budget anymore?
Beba.
Go and read the appendices. Why?
Baba say Napco for no. Our contribution to revenue generation. I say. The oman na ye di musika dodo na be 70%. Etua adwuma for kakra bi ka no. A big problem because obi ti yisi. Wase wa director, wase wa engineer, we ye tua ne ka be 20,000 cedis, ye tua ne ka 12,000, ye tua ne ka sika boom. What wa director? What way engineer, but obi so apply for electricity meter. 1 year ni ne sanka meter no. And it also be GP. Obi ba meter na, obi top power. You benya 2 waso, you benya sika waso. So that like a desika attitude of as public servant, ne civil servant na ama productivity above from no. And look what I say a review amount for salary ni bio. And for people they are earning more than they deserve. They are not contributing any meaningful aid to their country because when you say Abanjuma, they are so and beba. And only ane. And to revenue need there. Say a chat to their main problem. But a tuano there na mo dey. A tuano fashion and no any assembly. Ya kwan road construction poor. Every Joulu multi choice for no. Multi choice for no. Eba to Kaswa Malam Junction. I don't think I say a quine ever form because already in a valid data and think I'm not sure why. And can this a quino a canam sure santi wa call Kaswa who call Winiba oh nam sure sana America large and any bino. I don't think N1 and Casacra N1 your road N1 one of the best roads I want to know but it's the poorest I've seen. But N1 now baby I disability for crab for any ho. N1 foot bridges ka krabi na N1 no so stretch no so. Baby abati me di wheelchair afro esino eni ho. Poor road construction and no and creative traffic. And no the traffic problem no. Yes, access road to nyanya. And it won't mean dodge baby aka beti me dodge afa obekọ no free no won't mean fa ho because e ho no enye. Anti me the budget ne there. Mesere she ya kenkan wie. Anti mu amo de budget ne be adwuma. Man be implement budget no. Mo na ose mo de kware edi monim na enkoye se ya budget for ade no so. Sika no ye de share won sa se fa ya adwuma no. Wa pocket. Esa budget no fa so emba.
May that say well so may ban ma jimpin for closing remarks now. Yeah sorry. Yeah, closing remarks. Engineer
closing
remarks
because
closing remarks.
Me patch me quote figure no me no. 5,000 patch 500 million.
Richie.
And I make I say 1.75% do. Ebeba be pipa 1% na omo charge that. So it will come under it. Inti me patch. What is no. No. It will come under it.
Patch 1%.
It will come under him. No. So all of them included.
No, don't do that at all. The service providers are charging the 1%.
On your host.
Oh, now you're host. Why am I not propaganda?
Now you host.
Yes, you are 2.7.
Who your host? Yakum.
They throw their mouth. And Sarana last Omuko meeting. The target is Baumia. Maka Kotina meeting. Obia sorry about
Alaji.
Come on.
Alaji Suraj. Mpacho close your
Come on, Paibo.
Alaji close your mouth.
The one me on fire, but because a close remarks, there was NDC there. Yenny me any need any boo. Somebody need any boo mouth. The Eddie Kameda, I have for net for. The Anum Casa Cacradia by Eddie, Casa near Calmuno Monim. A United Ghana for Opa Dauma. Now do Epequina of the first white. Now, so be 2 or 3 hour Landino. We be 2 or 3 Dubai, no about Ghana. Ababeka say yes. Ghana Babe. Ghana Babe, but said the Minia Ekano. Ejuma for no subi. Eka hubi no mo get involved. Emma. Normal baby SI MPP there. The boy who modi said the bear. Lupus beer was see a room. Yes, a bit starting no. Tobuti a Hagana for a year free. Yankopoya do my china. Better at the full froswa. They have Ghana for. Yes, a year free. Kakra build the Ghana. But MDC for Munja propaganda. They say propaganda and say they should tackle Baumia. No one side because someone who say all fingers are pointing towards him. By the special grace of God, he will be our next flag bearer in MPP. No, nti ama o my desperate. Omunum say obey flag bearer now, obey omampeni e Ghana. Nti no, let's start now. And no more no. And I challenge him to tell him say oboa meboa. They sit even in the parliament. Obia sorry about me. Obia sorry about me.
Okay.
But I tell you, I thank God. There is a very fine gentleman. Or no, onim. He understand the policies now. He understand the politics very well. No, now you call Molidi. Oma Ghana for who say ono de o kremoni. Na linua or bompire ama linua and said the bear nyankopɔ adom ti over be kremoni. And amudi sika koma amanfo so omudi na atam enkosi hwe.
Mpacho me da say. Samuel.
Ama me kwan na mesuma kasa kakra.
Alaji. Me da say. Mami ma Samuel embrem Samuel.
Yo. Babaje. That's it. Na mestre say oman no de no kwasem no say pressure e okrom pa real eninti mo a monya akwanya se mo baye ntotoye ama amanfo ho ahenhan mo kakra no mo moden na mo fa no kradie endi monim yensusu enye ye ho party supporters ezan se makatra mo party bia no you two category of people anywom yawo air party supporters and your party eaters. Baba hena party supporters mona mo hala na party eaters omu didi bana mona mo kontoka emo omo enti Liberal Party of Ghana 2 years after Ghana ni bia a pese chaskele ya NDC MPP aboye ye beje ho afri mu no momra meka ye ho na yenje oman Ghana ye se child benefit ne betimi atua ezan se ye hwe wastage ewo oman ni mu a yebetumi atuatu ano na yede atua ye mofa ne ka abofra bia onye ndi mfedu wotwe bosome bia no Liberal Party of Ghana aban se yebetua ne ka afa aboagye ma wa America sei yetua moka ene mpemfo wa Ghana manu bi sei ne yere nyima ebe ka kaka mana wa no de ne call London kwa akọwo omo de child benefit Alhaji Suraj omo nyina ya we ene nti yesre Montoma Liberal say child benefit and then boa ema purchasing power eba krum na amanfo timi to ne ma nti yen e tia nkwalaka
me da say
ndine ka say awudie budget na e baye no yen nyina hwe say na me nuanum kan na me nua Alhaji be start here
Alhaji Jani no ankasa Jani oh Alhaji menyesa
it's the clear picture of the MPP. Omu capital would see a to wood burden. Nobody can say the benchmarker abandoned to ono the aban increase the benchmark to 15% into obi aton cocoa obi aton wache obi aton sugar no the benchmark is 15% in the port now there will be increment of food and goods services airport and then aban says give you charges in birth and death DVLA and it's no that's government fee aban as I increase government fee charges. And then who got passport officer? Who got DV earlier? I saw to
Atiefo Alaji mpacho enye yo atiefo ti mpacho.
Abrabon baba ye den ya manipa na tumi nja bebi abiom. And in the Okoton paper on to me to Abrabon, Mr. Ghana is going to sink like a cemetery. And the idea, a patcho. And you know, Mampeni John Dramani, Mamma Tamania Mampeni, and Buta or the banner say, Uncle Belly Village Ghana, and then I get the policies neighbor. And you share 2020 manifesto and Kayadi Bano. They say, yeah, 3-shift economy. And then Abay was see, or by you start. You start, they are investing $1 billion. But coming from appendix 1 to the last appendix of the budget. Oh, who be the allocation of the money neighbor. And then they are making 70 billion Ghana cedi from the toll from 2022 fiscal year. The young is saying, oh, yeah, who decide level show, but I say, I bet you the South way, yet the way the Bayer said, the government of Ghana has silence on it. And the idea, name me Suma Ghana, and say, I bet you, okay. One Jessica Pudu, I feel me pay 2022.
All right.
I bet you, borrow 37 billion account. Now, for Euro, what you want to account. And the Brabant, the idea is a too many the hope in this Ghana for never is actually John Dramani, Mamma, Bedim, and Peno, from Bajoma.
No on a payment Abba. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Patrick Frosty.
Your friend Umusumro Domabe.
Right, ain't you?
Mention Najuma Power, Kwesi. Amincia MPP Nina or Hofan or Boyjuma. Tani Omontre budget no. Emma NDC for no. Omontias here. And say, on zero, you will be or how, or to be kind huma, or be kind of ba. Who be no question back whom I want to be answer. Ebi na NDC phone budget na I can offer that akokan o parliament wo no o kan no omo ti ebi no wo hwa ebi no course no no omo ye omo di nkomo ebi no no omo mpranfo edi nkomo na ade enti no omo anti de can offer that akan no nyina ndo omo bedru abonte na afi omo hunu se ne omo kirem enti to say omo babet na yeso adede kasa emfa even budget no ho no omo ka any attack, some attack president, any vice president, any can overata, and no more. That's the thing. Budget is someone tells you, Kaya, pay MPP nibi. Nanka one chill almost woe. Budget no, or kind a half animal, maybe a light paragraph by paragraph. Then it's here. No, ya tell no matters here. Can or my baby, but because yet or my numa yen tax. And I send your tax in the other check or mine. In think almost say, ma. Introduce tax intino ankadeno wo be komu no NDC fompini fo na nkasa nkra na tax omuntua entuma omuye bebrebe na adie nyina omuntua tax enti kakra na ye de bebo oman na bra no mo tobut na ye ka na mo wasore gina mo defend no oman pani former president Mahama e de kwaji loan se sa tobut na ye ji wo na nyina yenya ejipe nye di akwakotua eka sasika no so omojiye no omodi kotra party office wa dabraka ena omochema ompanifo na yi eno ne Ghana fo bufu ya omotoma akufu ado over 1 million votes
medase ma menji ni odi onum se ono so adwenche. Hello, morning.
President Martin, what is saying?
Me ho ya pause.
Yami adom mediani Evans me fresi Ashama.
Okay, Evans you.
Yo, what that Roma Minchia Collins Nyama or MPP party office. Oba as a national treasurer. Na Mivia Minchia status global and lawyer Kubia. Question, NDC for Oba, one
ọmụ opposition ọmụ yẹ ọmụ against sẹnia ọmụ dọ Ghana fọ wọn bẹ bu amambu leader yẹnim ní ẹkọ so wọn abẹrẹ so yẹ hu amambu amubu yẹ wọn na mo teacher fo tumi kyerɛ adeɛ 1 year na mo atua wɔn ka bosome mmienu nneɛma a mo yɛ basabasa condom koraa no mo de tax to so na NDC saa na ɔmo teɛ ɛyɛ dɛ ne ɛkɔ so radio gold mfie bebree a radio gold yɛ adwuma a na NDC wɔ so katrɛ koraa wɔn antua na me deɛ nea mekyerɛ Ghanafoɔ ne sɛ yɛn compare NDC ɛne MPP me fresh mod of them brother da bia meka ye area koko adwuma ne yɛ na sika no ba na yɛ de akoma the 3 northern regions by then na ɔmo ɛde hwɛ ɔmo school na the whole Ghana free education obi anya mfaso wɔ so na me ade baako a mesrɛ MPP for ne sɛ ade baako a mesrɛ MPP mpanimfoɔ ne sɛ wosɔ kane ade hyɛ ade ase a ɛbɛdɛ na obi bɛhu nea woyɛ nnɛ ma te sɛ paper bi sɛ speaker of parliament sɛ obetu president Akufo-Addo na ɛnyɛ ɔno na wayɛ yɛn mpanimfoɔ a mokɔɔ parliament yɛba power mo na munya mfasoɔ mo monkɔto aba na mo akɔto aba de ama abangbagben ɛno biom yɛduru tam a yɛto ayi DCE saba yi na mpanimfoɔ binom tumi tua losing bonus wɔbrɛ a yɛba power mo na munya mfasoɔ nti metu ɔmfo saa nneɔma no ɔmo ngyae na MPP ba power nneɔma a yɛ a ɔmo yɛ no ɛboa Ghanafoɔ kwasi me da ase
yes yɛ da ase ma mengi ne odi ɔnom sɛ na mengi ɔno nso adwenkyerɛ no pɛi hello morning hello okay I think sɛ menti ɔno nka so I'll just pick the next one na mahwɛ sɛ bia mɛtia hello
good morning
yɛmpakyerɛ frɔ sɛn
Ndinde akafiaphobia because pick antamanto.
Thank you.
Papa Tidi ni kama memo abaso. Amempa konya kesientia lawyer Jesse Kobi apimpo why boss. Ameta onabo party ejako. Papa nimse utie ni tefen. Ana onabo title global. Kenya. Aya na utie NDC sponsor mo nkekana. Yedi momo.
Kose wahoma na tiko. Hello morning.
Mini abema kwashi ABOAGYE darling boy.
Nana bo nsi jama una aye ma abranti ahoma tiko e.
Agwasi.
Ye.
Agwasi onyame asun de nkan.
Bin kan so.
Ambato mama ne mo fa no bia ho ye de.
Dauro ma obi aye.
Nyame asi. Na bi. Mini abema samia ukuni mpabo anu. Director General National Organizer to be in na bi be obi anu. College Niama Tasobaire first vice still maintain Senior Minister Monpa next president in your bema Alan Kodochra Martin 1G1F as a part of the old somewhere partner you are yet and when you party Besha Kodochra Martin say ya Japan Bashan and sa Nanyama pa and no on Mampaniso Ama Yenuma Kodochra Martin yeah look as a chief for US odi ne megu akwanso a odi boa omampani pa na masaka Ghanafoɔ sɛdeɛ me nua Evans kan yɛ no but no sika no omampani atima chamana so me no mie so me no kasa nka me sɛ ne hwan da bia me kasa me de sa bɔ me koko enhyehyɛ pɔ omampani de to hɔ enti me mam yenu baako wɔ test baako wɔ legon ade wɔ empo ne pɛdeɛ yɛ me emne bia atwam a confis yɛntimi ntua na de mesro omampani ni mpanimfoɔ sɛ akyɛ emuru yɛ sambebo nyinaa de ɛkame nko a anka sɛdeɛ petrol issue ba yɛ petrol pam MPP ɛsa pam John Dramani Mahama na wohwɛ Jekufoɔ ba wɔde national health insurance ba yɛ yɛnnua mu bɛyɛ no one term yɛne ba yɛ ho so no na asantema yɛwu ɛno nti no 1G1F a ɛhyeta ɔman mu nyinaa no ɔnkusi petrol no kakra ma yɛn na nneɛma pɔl de agu akwansoɔ no daakye yenu alankodo chemate emetwa na yenu no nkwa mu omoba omo seniema ma ncho no ko na tuka na bani to menu amedase
yes ya das ma mi fania otwato ne fa course no fancy anope wo dwumedie so hello yampa cha fra say
me wura so ABOAGYE the darling boy
boss apo mu e
baba hu ye de
me ho ye so e
free nyankopon bo wi aka wo ba system nya ono nkaka de and then right the mampa ya for me orobon kwati buaten
okay
because I speak connection pamprum mbajo mechia honorable buatia ja former energy minister papa mechia papa and you grab buatia ja mechia papa you grab kwati me dadin ho am ntia NDC for no ana ebopaya na se omashada ana se agem bone na show mutrim mata mekin ho dia government here kato butia omanfani aji afi hoyi omanfani ba na eboa no ana o se say there monfa mu ni bronya ba mo ba kire monfa mu ni NDC for so monti afi ba mekin ho menti afi enti mo omai ho adem pa enti mo ba ya ta mo to butu mo kire mo ye tika so ya mo kire and I'm from say, Minister Carnegie Bumbotum, they said, Monfamuni, and also some way. Kasa, this by every day on my so, and this Baby Joe mine so bad 27 years. But I'm Mr. This is not John Bissana, and the idea and this thereby free. Minimum, I'm for you for by a day. I feel for who free, I think for who free. I'm a company for buy free education, light free, water free, and a trouble free. And this is not one business. Mahama, I Frida. I've been wanting to go. I want to be the president of Ghana. Bye bye.
Yeah, that's say Hanu senior the course ni see anopena ya sorry ewo ye jumedie ne so. Needs 100.9. Ghana Montie. Yeah, da Lufata Sibibre, Lufata Dama, I'm saying, Siano POT and Can, yeah, Lufati Malaria drone one, so bet me a boy to malaria say. Oti Alaji Ali Suraj of the MPP and Can, Richard Manoribi of the NDC, and Samuel Usu free of the LPG. Painful and pay any more chance or a discussion segment, no so. Yeah, the new mobile to us a copy prem to bre. Go Johansson, bet you a copy prem to bre. Yamidi Huchami, Chris Abuaji,